for Neon Space podcast number 2.
Big smiles, big smiles, big smiles.
Have you guys gotten your atmospheric river yet? It's
What
like
is some weather term I don't know about?
that's what they keep calling it on the news. Like there's all this crazy like torrential downpour rains like all over California and flooding and shit.
It's been raining for like the past week. On and
It
off.
doesn't look that much brighter.
It's like almost no difference.
Do you want me to fix it for you? Do you want me to go out there and fix it for you? Because I don't think you probably don't have them like correct.
Are you doing like a weird voice? And yeah, come fix it.
I think Paul's audio rate is off.
It
You
is.
sound froggy.
I changed it
sounds
to a
like you-
different. I changed it to a different
Over-
one for like another podcast, but I'll change it back in a second.
Over here, it sounds
oh,
like
that's
you're on
okay.
helium.
Yeah,
Like
it's
there's a-
really funny. I'm glad I'm not crazy. I was like, is Paul's
Yeah.
voice always like that?
It sounds like you have a helium leak in your room, and you just,
I
like,
couldn't tell if that
slowly-
was like an audio issue or intentional.
Yeah, it was like this is a bit.
Yeah,
It's
like you're doing
close
a
enough
fucking
that I was
voice
like, it
right now.
doesn't sound crazy wrong, but like,
It sounds like he's doing a fucking voice. Like that's
Yeah.
why I was like, don't do a fucking voice with me.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't know if it was like as bad for you guys, all the rain, because like I was seeing all kinds of shit like mudslides and like sinkholes and like roads and shit. I didn't know if it was that bad in your neck of the woods.
It's just raining, which is pretty bad for people out here. We're just not used to it raining.
Yeah, all the people freaking out on the roads.
Yeah, so people are just like can't hack it. But
No,
you know,
no.
it's not so bad. What, you need to
the
get
LA River isn't nice to look at or anything. Like, it's not like something you go look at when it's flowing. It's basically just washing a bunch of
It's-
garbage into the ocean is what it's doing.
Yeah, the LA River is like you go down there when it's not full, and then you can hang out in the riverbed and fly your drone because no one's around.
Yeah, everyone's just casually flying their drones in the LA River.
That's the spot. Yeah, you ride your Harley with your.
Yeah, I mean,
with
I
your
feel like the
shotgun.
LA River is more of a concept than a river. It's more of a feeling.
Yeah, I mean, if you've played like
Like a
Grand
spillway.
Theft Auto, you can drive around there. Like, it's not usually full of water. It's usually empty,
Yes,
and it's
that's true.
yeah, I don't know.
It's probably good though. You guys get rain, right?
Yeah, I
was
think
reading up
we're
on it.
desperately needing it.
But yeah, like in Santa Barbara, I was seeing pictures because like we have some family there, and it was pretty sketch. It's just like someone's just driving on the road, and in the middle of the road, the bottom just falls out. It's just crazy.
Oh yeah, it's not that bad here.
I also haven't been driving much since it's been raining. Hanging out in my apartment.
Paul, you're
safe from
muted.
the water.
That's Chipmunk Paul here.
Hello, what's up?
Oh
better
wow,
There you go. Oh,
he's back.
regular
He's
voice.
back.
This is my real speaking voice.
Was that like Muncie Paul, or was that who we were listening to before?
That you're listening to 44 hertz, Paul. This is 48.
Damn.
Wait, I was right. It was actually the frame rate or the.
Yeah, because I changed it for a different like when I recorded a podcast on Zoom for some reason they like on Zoom it makes my voice the same but like for the different rate. It's weird.
Yeah,
Got to change it.
sample rate.
Yeah.
It changes the speed of the playback. Well, it's like, I don't know. That's technical, but 48,000 snapshots a second versus 44,000. So if you're playing
Speak on it. Speak on it.
them in the same amount of time, one is higher and one is shorter.
Yes. Hi.
Paul is
Hi.
here.
Hello. Inadequate math.
Nice. Yeah. He's already starving, he says. So it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good for you. Today's Mark's specialty topic, pizza.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, and Paul's here, so Paul's gonna come at me hard about it. I know it. The pineapple's gonna get contentious. I know it. It's really gonna go downhill.
I
There's
mean,
a couple
pineapple-
ingredients on there that are just troll ingredients, like broccoli. I was just like, I don't think anybody's gonna vote broccoli anything above like D tier, but just in case somebody has a real good argument for broccoli. But I don't even know how broccoli's on the list.
When I
broccoli
worked
on
at
pizza.
Zeke's, they had one called the Tree Hugger, and it was basically like all veggies on it, and it was fucking disgusting. It was like spinach, sun-dried tomatoes, broccoli, olives,
Those
tomatoes.
ingredients sound good.
I don't mind a
It
veggie
was just way
za.
too much though. There was like
Yeah.
6 different ingredients on it, and then there was
You lost me
just-
when you added tomatoes to sun-dried tomatoes. Like
Broccoli's
choose
just
one.
a little. It's a little like chunky. Like I feel like even like a chunk of meat, you don't want it as big as broccoli unless you're chopping it real small.
It was
just
really
seems too,
hard.
like-
We had to like basically just like break it apart by hand. But it was basically every vegetable on the menu on one pizza. That's basically the whole.
But just Mark, you have to think of this as a PR. Let's get like PR for your pizza place, because if you like fuck up, dude, like we're all clipping this and like posting
How
it
do I
online. Like
fuck up? I just take a bad take on an.
He has
on a
no
topic.
pizza experience.
Well, we already know
Yeah.
Mark doesn't like ham and does like turkey, right? So
Doesn't like ham.
Yeah, that's
doesn't
true.
like
I wouldn't.
turkey.
I don't understand turkey on pizza. That seems strange to me. I'm
put,
probably exists,
What?
but
Yeah, turkey doesn't belong on pizza. I agree with that. That's
yeah.
it's not even on our tier list. That's how much it doesn't belong on
yeah.
pizza.
That's how much it doesn't
It's not
belong.
even an option.
Broccoli is higher on the list.
anchovies is
It's
an
actually on the
interesting
list.
take. I personally, I don't know how I feel about it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But
Anchovies are overpowering. It's like if
I
you want
used to hate
drown your
anchovies
shit
on
in salt.
pizza. Now, like as I get older, I don't know if there's some sort of thing that like after a certain age you start actually liking blue cheese dressing. But I think that's just like you get old enough, it just somehow becomes good, and maybe that's like anchovies for me. I just got older, and now I actually.
I added gorgonzola.
You had a bad childhood experience with anchovies.
No,
It's not on there, but I'd like to discuss crusts and cheese stuffed crust, and that's it.
Oh, Mark thinks cheese stuffed crust is overrated, which is like, God
I
damn
didn't
it.
say
Mark.
that. I
I might
what
have
did
said
you
that.
say about crust?
I do
Who
think
said
cheese-
that?
Alright.
cheese
Oh,
stuffed crust is overrated.
somebody. It was one of y'all. It was one of
Put that
fucking
evil
one of
on
yous.
me. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby?
It was fucking one of yous. So Lewis thinks it's overrated, which, you know, that's nuts. Cheese stuffed
I
crust
do.
is the ultimate crust.
Yeah, we were talking about Pizza Hut, dude. Pizza Hut.
It's
stuffed
what
crust
keeps
is
Pizza Hut relevant.
bomb, dude.
If stuffed crust is the ultimate crust, why is it not served only in like one restaurant?
That's
in
the
entire
big
United States?
mystery, dude. I think there might be like a monopoly.
Everybody
on
preferred it. I
like
think every restaurant would have
Maybe
it
they-
instead of
maybe
normal
they
crust.
patented
which
it, or is
the
it like a
actual
patent.
crust.
Yeah, I think because like I'll say this: when I was in Mexico with Paul, we ordered Domino's and they had stuffed crust pizza at fucking Domino's in Mexico. So
I feel
it
like the
might be-
cheese they put in the crust is just like a worse version of a mozzarella stick. Like it's just like a worse textured mozzarella stick, and like I don't know.
see,
The cheese on the
yeah,
actual pizza tastes better than the cheese in the crust.
my cheese offended. I don't know about that.
Yeah, so
I
I think they
mean,
patented
Paul?
the process. So you can't just say like you can't patent recipes, but you can patent the process by which you create it. It sounds like the process in which they can stuff crust en masse is maybe there's like only a small amount of efficient ways to do that at scale. I'm not sure, but maybe that's why there's less stuffed crust on the market.
That's kind of fucked up though. That like Pizza Hut can patent like rolling fucking dough around cheese. Like chill
Yeah.
the fuck out, Pizza Hut.
now you somehow have to do it differently, even though it's the most obvious method to do it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
bullshit.
tried making it myself once, and you can like I took like string cheese and just kind of pinched it around string cheese.
Yeah, I tried making it myself once. I got a cease and desist from Pizza Hut.
It got served by the time it was over.
Got served. Shit was
How the
in the
fuck
oven.
does
I got it
DiGiorno
knocked on the
get
door.
away
They're
with
like,
it?
"You need to stop that shit."
Don't you dare cut that. don't you cut it.
Maybe this is a good warm-up topic. How is DiGiorno for you? Because that's like the stuffed crust of the frozen variety, and
Dude.
I feel like DiGiorno is also overrated. DiGiorno is very mid pizza.
DiGiorno is one of the top choices for me when I buy frozen pizzas.
I agree
And
with
the stuff-
that. I
the
think
stuffed crust
DiGiorno
plays a
stuffed
big
crust
role in that.
rules, dude. And they have like the bacon
Fucking
stuffed
right.
crust now, so it's
Yeah.
bacon and cheese. Fucking phenomenal, dude.
Don't fuck with.
I don't
that,
think
dude.
I've
That's-
ever not been disappointed by a frozen pizza. No, that's not true. I've had some like boutique frozen pizzas, but frozen pizza in general is just like never
Yeah.
quite.
I will say with frozen pizza, it's a
Bougie
matter of
Lewis.
cost. It's cost versus flavor. Like DiGiorno's not cheap. You know, it's like $8, $9, $10. depending
Yeah,
on
that's true.
What's going on?
I think
So-
that's why I think it's overrated for the price. Because like for the price, you can then order from Domino's.
like
If you're
Red
paying
Baron
$10,
isn't
that's
that
how much
great.
it costs to get
but-
order from Domino's, and I don't think DiGiorno is like that much better than Domino's.
Red Baron is trash, but you know what you're getting
Mhm.
when you pay $2 for it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like $3-4 or whatever. They put it on sale for some crazy cheap, so it's like it's pretty good for what you pay for. But in the grand scheme, it's adequate.
My move is get Red Baron cheese pizzas and then get your own fresh veggies and throw them on top and then cook it that way.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
also did that because
on a diet. This is
try
the
not to
perfect
eat
New Year's resolution.
Sodium nitrate and shit. So I'd get my pizzas without meat on them, and then I'd put my own meat on the pizzas, so they're nitrate free. I used to do that in college.
Oh.
Well, I ate a lot of fucking frozen pizza though. I consider myself somewhat of a frozen pizza connoisseur, even though I think they all fucking suck.
I'd say Freshetta. Freshetta has I recall being pretty good.
I don't know that brand.
Wait, which one? Is that like the? I think I know what you're talking about.
It has like a green and white kind of color scheme in the box or something.
I always liked. I forget which one it was.
It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
Because it has like a little bit of a thicker, kind of bigger crust.
I feel like
I don't
the
know.
only real good frozen pizza I've had is the one that
It's like this one. They do like thin crust and shit too, but
yeah, those are alright. They also, I think they have some. They might. Oh, the
Pizza's
spicy.
hard to fuck up though, you know.
That spicy one, that with the crazy box.
the Screamin' Sicilian one.
Yeah, Screamin' Sicilian. Whoever makes like, those are the only companies that make like decent pre-made pizzas. Are the ones that are kind of like more boutique and higher end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I agree with you that you could probably get a similar, like more Domino's per dollar than you would getting like a frozen pizza.
That's for sure.
I just can't do Domino's. I would do that for Pizza Hut, although it's a little more expensive.
This is way better than frozen pizza.
Wait, you do Domino's? You do DiGiorno over Domino's? I feel like you're losing me again.
No, not really. I think it just depends on how much food. It's like, okay, well, I know I probably shouldn't be crushing a fuck ton of pizza if I only buy one. Whereas Domino's, they make it far cheaper when you get like 2 or 3 pizzas.
Yeah, that's true.
If I'm already getting it delivered, I might as well get like a lot of food, and then I end up eating pizza for like a week.
Before we get into the pizza debate, I have a couple of pizza-related fail videos. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've recently been diving into the subreddit Pizza Crimes, and it's very triggering for me, but it's kind of just rage baiting myself.
All right. Find some, and we'll show them out too.
Yeah, you should show. I don't know what those are. If you want to.
Yeah.
This is a.
I think I said it's yeah. Go ahead.
Pizza oven fail. This guy looks like he's pulling some shit out of his oven, but let's watch.
Okay, meet me at the bar in 15 minutes.
Oh, it's on the floor. He somehow knocked the oven.
I feel like that
all
was
the way up.
they're so bad at upstage.
Dude, yeah,
There's
and like how do you
smoke everywhere?
back
This
up?
does not look
Hot as
safe.
fuck.
That was like a prop fall. Like he threw himself into the oven.
You think it's not on though? Where's all the smoke coming from? Like it looks hot as
Beyond,
fuck.
I just don't think that he fell. Like that looks like such a
Is it staged?
that I feel like that could be real. But like, what is this? I don't
How would
know.
that not burn the fuck out of you though? I feel like that's like a weird thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Max. Like, how did that fall so easily? What like Eastern European country is this where things just are falling apart?
Okay, I guess
shots fired at Eastern Europe. Ouch, Paul. Do
I
you
read
think
this
that
guy's
John
super
enough
drunk,
fire
is what
already?
people are
dude?
saying. But Jerry says fake. I thought that was a real video.
I thought,
Let's go.
yeah. Toon's
Let's go to
also on
comments.
board. He thinks
Yeah,
it
it
looks
looks like
pretty
they
weird.
deliberately try to fall into the oven.
Yeah,
It
look
felt
at
like
that
a
look at that
prop
tiny
balcony.
fridge too. It's like what? Yeah,
It's just this, the whole place is a fucking set.
yeah.
It's like look at the scale. It's all off. You know what? Like let's re-upload this video, but add like the banana peel cartoon sound, like as he
or
falls,
like some
and then
Benny
we'll
Hill
all see.
music.
Yeah.
See this first drop. See how legit the first drop.
They kind of laugh like Paul. I totally thought that was like Paul.
Okay, meet me at the bar.
Wow, Paul.
Mark, this is like,
Also,
this
why is he? I don't know. Let's see.
Mark, this just tells me you've never made me laugh.
I think he slipped on the pizza. That's how he fell. Like he dropped the pizza and the pizza made slip. I don't know. We'll move on to the next one. This one, I feel like Mark's got to do this in order for me to go to his new restaurant. I'm not sure if I'll enter unless Mark gets to this level. So, Mark, this is your.
Is this
Your
where he
goal.
flips the pizza behind his back?
Oh, dude, I can see that.
Are you doing this
wow.
at all at your place? Are you spinning the dough like this?
Well, that's not even actual pizza dough. It's just like a rubber thing that you practice on.
That's lame. Then it
That's
can't
not the
come
question.
apart.
That's not the question, Mark.
Yeah, that's true. But good God, damn! He almost avoided the question. Good thing Paul's here.
Did you see that fucking jump move?
Damn, that was a.
If I saw something do this real pizza dough, it'd blow my fucking mind. I'm a little sad this isn't real. I thought it was.
I mean,
Look at that.
Yeah, Mark's
Let's fucking go.
ruining the
And one,
illusion,
baby.
yes, we would be like stretching dough like that. Yes. I think in
Okay.
practicality, you don't need to work dough that aggressively to get it to stretch. Like you could do like one flip, and then you're basically at the size you need. So this is like an exceptional amount of work. To stretch to that goal.
Look at this.
I'm so disappointed that this is not real dough now. Like,
When I
God,
saw this
that
last
ruined
night,
it
I
for
thought
me.
it was real dough. And Mark
Yeah.
quickly shut that down. That's why we have a pizza
Yeah.
expert. When you have
Yeah.
3 people on this podcast with no pizza experience, you make some mistakes. But we got Mark on to correct
It's
our
like if
mistakes.
that was actual dough, it would just like be so like it would just rip. It would, like it's
Yeah.
a delicate thing.
Toon says he'd get back in line and let someone else have this one.
He did rub it over every part of his body. I'll say that much. It touches about
Yeah,
every
this
inch of
is-
his body.
So like
Yeah.
at Zeke's,
You
we
didn't
could
know
do
from
that,
me,
but it
dog.
was like a tighter dough. It was like a bagel recipe, so like you had to work it a little bit more aggressively so you could get the toss going. But depending on like our dough recipe that we're doing, it's a little bit softer, so you don't really need to work it that much to get it to the size you want. So I mean, I could probably stretch it out and get like one toss, but I wouldn't really need to do that, or else it would just be purely performative.
Will
Can
you
you
toss
show
it?
us? Give us a little sample.
Skins,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Do you have a rubber practice dough over there? Can you show us your
at the
tossing
pizza
skills?
place I worked at, they did, because if you were bored and there was like kids around, you just like fuck around doing that. So I think that is pretty common, so that you're not wasting food, but also
Are you gonna have one at your place?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends how much free time I have. But
Is it in the budget?
I would think so. I don't know how much they cost, but like
Actually, yeah, I gotta look this up because I might just need it for a sketch.
I might just get one. Yeah.
I used to
Now
do
that I
it.
know that they exist.
I used to practice with like wet towels, like wet hand, or the little kitchen towels. So if they were all wet, they kind of act like dough, and so you could toss it and spin it on your finger and stuff.
Okay.
That's not nearly as cool, Mark.
Yeah.
But honestly,
Yeah.
I had
Square
friends
towels. What?
that could do it where you like toss it up and then you keep kind of like pushing it while it spins. So you can just kind of keep it indefinitely spinning up in the air, and you just kind of give it a little pop up. I couldn't really do that. So I
right.
was very mid at my dough tossing skills.
It's $48 on Amazon.
Really? That's
But-
way more expensive than I thought.
But it comes with a CD, a free CD that teaches you how to do it.
Oh, so you're
An
paying for the
acrobatic
lesson
CD.
and the
Yeah.
So it's basically a
Maybe it's that
$40
guy. Maybe
class.
it's the
in
guy
pizza
from the
dough
video
tossing.
that's like, Mario teaches tossing.
What did
No,
you
you got,
type
like,
in to find on Amazon?
Rubber pizza dough. I'll find one on the Wish app.
It'll just fall apart when you start spinning it.
Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Look at the CDs in the photo.
And
for
then like
the-
very gracefully like nestle the CD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't have fucking YouTube, because this is fucking 2023, here's a CD to teach you how to do this shit.
Yeah, that is kind of funny actually.
What about for those of us who don't have optical drives anymore? What the fuck you do with a CD in 2023?
Frisbee.
Like,
All right.
yeah,
Let's
You're right,
do
a
this
lot of
next.
computers don't have like drives anymore. You're
right. Most computers don't have optical drives. Yeah.
I've got that like adapter that you plug in via USB from your Mac for a CD.
All right, hold on.
The Amazon will be like frequently bought together this pizza dough and this optical drive adapter,
Sorry.
so you can watch the disc.
Let's quiz Mark though for pizza. Hey Mark, why do
Oh, no.
why do chefs throw pizza dough in the air?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, it's to stretch it to size.
I don't know, dude. Google's telling me something else.
What's Google think?
Let's see. The crust gets its shape as the dough spins in the air, while the flour in the air helps to ensure a perfectly non-uniform crust, tender in
Why
some
is it
spots
flour in the
and
air?
crispy in the others.
Huh.
Wait, are you like throwing a plume of flour and then tossing your dough into it or some shit like a magician?
You roll it in flour.
There'd probably be flour on the skin itself as you toss it.
Yeah.
So you would like take a ball and then you kind of pound it out with some flour, work the edges a little bit, and then you start tossing it to get it from a ball or like a little puck almost and into a full shape. But
Papa John's, we had those,
the
like-
centripetal force of it, like you it starts thick in the middle, and then the force kind of pushes out the heavier pieces to the edges. So then you kind of create that thicker ring around the edge and a thinner thickness in the center, I think is the idea. So you start with a puck, and then it just kind of pushes out, and then that's how you kind of get the bigger
All right.
bone to the crust.
Judges, what do we think?
I don't know what
is
is
actually
what
very
did you
nutritious.
If you think it's correct.
what did
I
Google
love
say?
pizza and I love people.
All right,
He
Mark
has no
gets a
pizza
pass. I guess.
experience.
All right,
For me, that's like a half point to Mark and a half point to Google.
was this like Watson on Jeopardy? Like Google's gonna try and
All right,
solve
I need
it.
you guys to tell me if this one's fake. Maybe all of the videos I found is fake, but here's another pizza oven. Taking a pizza out of the oven fail.
It already
Look at
looks
it. It's already like, what's he doing? This guy has no pizza experience.
yeah, it's like too floppy.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, and he threw it down
He
the
probably
table.
burned the shit out of himself on that.
Yeah, look at the person with their hand. How hot is that? Is that gonna like just wreck your
Well,
fucking hand?
it's not even cooked. I mean, look how like
Yeah, you don't
mint
want
it
that sort of give when you're pulling it out of the oven. If it's that bendy when you're pulling it out of the oven, that bitch isn't cooked. You need your crust a little crustier.
I'm gonna say
This
this might
is
be
so
real. These people
bad.
seem like idiots.
I think this is
Yeah.
real. Also, the camera
Like
angle. This
proper
looks like
idiots.
it's some sort of like
Yeah.
in-work security camera. This doesn't look like that's somebody picked up the last one was like this camera angle looked a little staged. Like, why would you be filming from that angle for some guy taking
Yeah.
pizza out of the oven? This one looks like, yeah, if you're in a restaurant, that angle probably might exist from.
it
the
looks like
security camera.
like a security camera footage or something. Yeah, another place I worked at, the owner keeps this footage and shows it all the time. But there was one guy that was super busy, and he like somehow was like going to the soda machine and like hit it too hard, trying to push the cup into it to get a refill, and basically
Jesus.
ripped off the nozzle on the Sprite, and so it started spraying Sprite directly into his face. It wouldn't stop, and he didn't know how to shut off the water, so he's just getting like blasted with Sprite nonstop. Then was like trying to fix it, couldn't do it because the pressure of the soda hitting it was too aggressive. So he kept getting like plastic tubs to like stop it from flooding the floor with sticky soda. So he was just, so you see the security footage camera of this dude just like, and then running back and forth to different sides of the restaurant with giant tubs full of Sprite until someone could figure out how to shut off the water.
I'm gonna say, could he not
So
like turn
weird.
off the water pressure? But
Is this video uploaded anywhere, or is this just a private video that? you
No,
guys
I
would
think
watch?
it's the owner
Probably.
just has it off
it's
the
for personal
security.
use only.
Jeez.
But for him, it's like, yeah, I'm bored on a Friday night. You know, maybe my wife and I will watch a reality TV show. It's called Watching Our Employees on the camera.
This one's
That's
pretty
pretty cool.
brutal. This one's called Pizza Delivery Fail. This one looks real to me. Again, from the camera angle, this looks like apartment security camera, but
I love how ancient this is. Failblog.org.
it's also like zoomed in.
Oh,
It's like
yeah, shit.
a
I
pixelated
bet
version
this
of
is on
pixelated. Okay,
Newgrounds at some point.
so guy's pulling up in a white car. He comes. He's pulling the pizza out of like the hot case that keeps it warm. And it goes right onto the fucking ground. Pizza out of the box.
Oh.
He shoves it back into the box very quickly, sticks it back into the heating pad, and you're like, maybe he's gonna take
Oh,
it back. No, he's trying to psych out the guy he's
Oh my
delivering it to
God.
that he's just pulling it
Trying to
out,
make
and it
it look
wasn't
like
his
it was
fault. He dropped it
fresh,
on the floor.
Oh, I just pulled this out of the bag.
Oh, clever
And
girl.
then he takes the money
dude.
and he walks away.
Dude, he's
What a
just gonna like
fucking
peel out,
psycho,
though.
dude.
He's got to hoof it before the dude opens the box, though.
The second that guy opens that box, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck just happened to my car?"
Clever girl. That feels pretty real to me. I feel like you're getting.
Would you
dirt
do
pizza
that,
to ground
though?
pizza.
Like if you
I
were
wouldn't.
the
Fuck-
pizza
fuck
driver,
no.
would
Are you
you?
kidding me?
Because I feel like there's no way that's not getting back. Like there's no way that your boss isn't getting a phone call about that. Like I feel like that's like him trying to dodge responsibility, but like that's gonna come back to bite you in the ass. I don't think that would like if you were a customer and you received a pizza that was like clearly mangled, I feel like I would be like, nah.
I would
not-
immediately look for cameras and then be like, "Hold, am I good? Okay," and then maybe I would. But there's no way I'd do that shit on camera.
Yeah, you can't get away
Yeah,
with stuff
that's where
nowadays
they
with
got
all
fucked
these
up,
ring
even though there's a
cameras.
camera.
No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't fucking. I'd just let the guy know I dropped it and like, sorry, I have to get you another one. I'll be back.
Tune says he didn't break the 5-second rule, so it's okay.
Dude, it's probably got like gravel in it.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know if the
breaking
5-second
food
rule
more
applies to like full on outdoors. That's like an
Yeah, I
indoor
think
rule.
I think the 5-second rule depends on like the amount of moisture something has. You know, like you can't. Pizza has so much like it'll like stick to it.
Yeah,
I think that's also perfect because if you drop a bowl of
yeah.
soup on the floor, it's not the 5-second rule. Like if you drop liquid on the ground, so like it does
just
matter.
Vacuum it up, empty the vacuum back into your bowl.
Yeah, it has to be like I don't know. Yeah,
it's also like I said, it's an indoor rule. There's no 5-second rule outside, right? Or are you guys eating shit off the floor outside?
No, it all depends on like if it's
I probably
like
dropped something while camping and ate it. I don't know. That's probably the closest.
I've definitely eaten like.
I mean, back into the fire with it for a second. And then,
yeah, you just burn off the bad stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's the exception to the
like
outdoor
you drop
rule,
a hot dog or something. You're like, I'll just burn this sucker up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it depends on the moisture and the amount of dirt. Like if it's just dirt and it falls on it and it's like, you know, a hot dog or something, I'm probably not gonna eat it. It's too wet. Too wet.
Yeah,
what
it's
dirt?
My perception of how clean it is, not how actually clean it is. So it's just like in
It's
my
also,
mind.
it's also like how desirable it is. Hot dogs are a dime a dozen. You can get
That's true. You could ditch your hot dog.
You probably have
Plus,
another hot dog.
Marcy would just score. Marcy would get the hot dog, and then you could eat another one, a clean one.
That's a fair
Marcy
point,
eats dirt. She doesn't care about the 5-second
She
rule.
straight up shit you poop. If you let her.
I feel like it'd be more likely if I like trying to think of what I could drop on the ground that I'd be like so into that I would have to continue. It was like maybe if I made an entire s'more and then dropped the s'more, I'd be like 5-second rule. But even that, like I feel like the s'more would get real gross if you dropped it on the ground. It'd be like dirt stuck in the melted marshmallow.
This add peanut butter.
Oh fuck this person.
Whipped cream.
Yeah, this is not good.
Is that a cheese pizza below there?
Kids hate pizza, so you give them a reason to lose faith in all humanity. That shit looks like a peanut butter and hate crime sandwich. That shit looks like the reason war started.
I do wonder, like, how much of this lane is like rage bait and how much is real. So there's definitely like, a new lane on the internet is definitely just rage baiting people into making like horrible food shit that it's like no one would ever eat that or ever intend to eat it. It's like literally just made to create anger on the internet, and it's a weird lane we've kind of fallen into covering on the internet. But
yeah,
I always
this
wonder,
is really weird. This like 60% crust with like this little. I mean, it's just like half bread. That's just like that's the part where it's like working in the pizza world. It's just like that's such a poorly built pizza. It's such a bad.
Does that happen on accident? I feel like there's no way, right?
No, it says they ordered extra crust instead of extra cheese. So I guess technically that is correct. I guess that's the best way that you could fulfill.
The weird thing about that though is it looks like a machine fucked. Like, how do you like that?
Yeah, that's
I guess
impressive,
it could have manually done that circle. That's such a good circle.
It seems, yeah, you're right. It is pretty well done.
Actually, no, because if you look, the bottom right has more crust than the top left, so it's not like a perfect circle in the center of the pizza. It is like a man-made circle that isn't even.
Yeah, this is just kind of gross looking. This just looks like, I don't know.
Each one of those slices looks like something I wouldn't eat. I would maybe eat the very top of the pepperoni, but all those other ones looks like somebody like vomited.
That box also looks way too small for the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like shoved it into their one size fits all box.
Like, I mean, that must have been hours and hours. It's just like
I'd eat it.
Just full dust.
They said they left it in the oven overnight where they work. Do you leave your pizza ovens on overnight? Like, what is that fucking madness?
Maybe they left it over. They shut it off, but like the residual heat. Like
yeah, exactly. And the pilot still stays on, but yeah, it's basically, you know, if it's like 600 degrees all day, it'll probably stay, you know, 300 for the next few hours. This one made me laugh.
This I would still eat after he takes the sander to it. I've seen this video. I'm like, you know what? That's fine.
Okay, not the front though.
Okay, I thought it was just the bottom. No,
I think you just make another pizza when that happens.
Which is funny to me. Like it actually looks like you're power washing a pizza or something.
Yeah. Once you scraped all the cancer off, I feel like I'd still eat that.
It's like crazy effective. I kind of hate it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna be good. I don't think whatever's. like being grinded on that thing on the bottom is adding a good flavor.
It was probably
Oh.
residual sawdust from the wood that they usually.
Yeah, unless he only uses that sander for
That's his
food.
exclusive pizza shaving tool.
That's his pizza thing. That's just how he makes pizza. Oh, I know. Prince X Phoenix said that burnt pizza looks like the British breakfast thing. That's like blood sausage. That's
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that shit either. It just doesn't look appealing, and you're right. It totally looks just like burnt pizza.
Oh,
God.
no!
Yeah,
What happened to this
no.
one?
It's just like all mold.
That's disgusting, dude.
How long? What did you order a pizza and not eat it? What the fuck happened there?
I don't know how
It's
it
been left in the locker since March 2010.
Oh.
Yeah.
We don't know what year this is, but I'm guessing it's sometime.
I
after
mean, the
2010.
crust kept. That's
crust
the
is all right.
It's perfect.
I mean, if we're being honest, it's just extra cheese, right?
The
Like-
fact that no like rat went and ate it, like
Yeah, you think they're like
Yeah,
some ants
I
or
mean,
some sort of bugs.
yeah,
in there.
something.
It's probably
I mean,
Little
the other-
Caesars. You can't eat that shit when it's not warm.
Yeah, exactly. Just get the sander on it. Just take the sander to you're good to go.
Yeah, get the save. Yeah, there you go. Tuna already knows what's up. Just shave it off. No problem. That's like when I get brie, I like it takes a while to eat my brie like wedge of cheese, and like brie sprouts this like fuzzy mold all around it. I just eat that mold anyway. I looked it
See,
up.
like
It says
that.
you can-
No one's actually dipping their pizza in milk. I don't believe.
Yeah,
that's
this
true.
is a rage
I
baiting.
believe
No,
that
that's-
is 100% to
that's
piss people off on the internet.
This
That
part
also looks fucking gross.
It looks like
I
there's
saw-
mustard
I saw
on top.
pizza-
Ham
like
slices.
birds on
Get
it.
the
Like
fuck
this
out
is
of here,
literally
dude.
like cat shit or something.
This one reminds me. I saw a pizza yesterday that was called the Donald Trump pizza, and it was like bacon cheeseburger on half,
Do that too.
and then like Mexican ingredients on the other half, and there was a mozzarella stick wall in the middle.
Mm.
It was clever, but you know, I don't want to think politics when I'm eating pizza.
See, this is kind of weird. This is the part where like I could see someone being super weird about it and trying to cut
What is that lumpy ass crust?
like everything into little bite-sized pieces. I could see someone being really weird and OCD about that. And that's just I just hate to look at it.
Doesn't look good.
It's
Ooh, the
perfectly
peeps
cut,
on
though. It's very
there.
satisfying.
This-
No.
Someone was
peeps,
doing
peeps
this
on
on
there.
pizza.
walls. Yeah, someone did that for
Peeps.
Graham. What?
Oh, this is like food styling, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, this is for like
No, it's
commercials. Yeah, this is for you don't eat this. This is to get a good sticky looking pizza cheese.
Yeah.
So that it's nailed down to the board, and now
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
look
that's
at that.
fascinating. Oh, okay.
Food
Interesting.
styling.
I'd eat it.
I'd eat that too. Look at that. Fucking looks delicious.
Just eat around
That's
the
like
screws. Yeah.
that looks
No,
like
I
the
eat the
live
screws.
action version of a fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pizza. Which, by the way, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on that cartoon, the pizza just looked so fucking good all the time. By the way, I don't know
Yeah.
if you ever got hungry from cartoon pizza, but goddamn,
Well, they always had the big, long, stretchy cheese for sure.
yeah,
All right,
longer than what they were showing there.
I got one more fail, and then let's start voting on stuff. So far, I think we're 1 for 1 for one looking fake and one looking real for our pizza oven fails. Here's the tiebreaker.
All right, let's see.
And then is Paul going to quiz me more? Is there more pizza facts I got to know?
Yeah, I think so.
With his bare hand. God, you fucking okay. This looks real.
That looks like someone's just really hammered. Like that's
Yeah.
drunken
How are you just gonna like fucking bare fist just like raw dog that pizza, dude? Ugh.
because I did that once when I was really drunk. Like I was like cooking, I was cooking something like I was cooking like a steak, and I put it in the oven to finish it, and you just put like the whole cast iron in there, and I was like really hammered, and so I just
Ooh, that's gonna
didn't
burn your
even
hand.
think about it, and I just went in and grabbed, and it didn't
The cast
start-
iron?
Yeah, and
Oh,
I
God.
tried to pull it out, and like obviously I didn't have a pad or anything because I wasn't paying attention, and it didn't get hot until I was like up halfway there because just the pain did not set in yet. And then I was about halfway up, and I was like, okay, I either drop this or I put it on the stove top. I'm halfway in between, so I just like just powered through. And I got like 3rd-degree burns on my entire palm of my hand.
Damn,
There
like
was
the
a
fucking
Uh,
like Joe
There was a
Pesci
whole
in
bubble. There was
in
a
Home
bubble
Alone.
the entirety of my palm, and it was
or like that, like the Nazi in fucking Last Crusade.
Oh,
Yeah, where he just
yeah, I
has,
see.
like,
I see this in the comments, Mark. People were asking how you masturbated with the 3rd-degree burn.
Is
Yeah,
that in the
did it
comments?
actually?
It's in the
Did it in-
comments, dude.
Yeah, the people want to know.
Well,
If you wanna know.
I went to Disney World the next day. So
And you masturbated at Disney World?
Wow, dude, that's how he
What the
does it.
fuck?
Yeah, you heard it.
So like
Went
when
to
I was
Disney
riding
World
the
the
rides,
next
like
day.
I could only use like my fingers with my right hand. So I had to,
On the rides, Mark. Come on.
A bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
oh my god, it was so brutal. But anyway, that
All
one
right.
looked real to me. That looked real to me.
That looked
Yeah,
real.
that looked like a real drunk move.
real
I will
drunk
say,
guy.
like, it looked a little soupy on top. Like, maybe that's just how pizzas are when you're holding them at
In
an
the
angle. I've
oven,
never pulled
yeah.
a pizza out at that angle of an oven because that's how you
Yeah,
drop
I
a
think it was
pizza on the
just
floor.
so hot still that it was all melty, you know? So you got to give that a little minute to cool down, re-solidify the cheeses a bit, hold itself together.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys it was a pizza fail. He has no pizza experience. We got to get Papa John back on.
I got
I love
Papa John on the
pizza
line.
and I love people.
He has no pizza experience.
There it
He's
is.
never been in the pizza category. Pizza's actually very nutritious.
Thanks, Papa John.
All
Give
of
us that
those.
information.
I feel like all those sound bites come from the same like
It
5
is.
minute or less clip. It's
Yeah,
just
and the
like he
interview's so
fires
weird.
those
He's
back
like
to back
so
to back.
sweaty. Like he just looks like he's just
Because he ate 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
like he's all greasy.
He
From
did
head
that in between calling people the N word on the phone. So that he just big Papa John energy.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think he is to take very conscious effort to not use the N-word in his daily lives, which is just an
He tried
interesting
really
thing.
hard, and then he was only saying it 20 times a day.
I'm not a pizza CEO, so I don't know, but Mark, you'll have to let us know when you get deeper into the pizza game.
Yeah,
how
so-
hard
Yeah,
it is.
once you have pizza experience, let us know how
How
often
often
you
that-
use the
Once you get a
N-word.
little pizza experience under your belt, the racial slurs just start coming.
Yeah, once you get the pizza experience, that's just it's part of the experience, if you will.
Yeah,
But
maybe that's
I
why he
just don't
didn't
know.
support the new CEO. He's like, he's just not racist enough. Clearly, he's not in the business.
Yeah, that guy has no pizza experience. He doesn't use the N-word like every other sentence.
All right,
But
so
yeah,
we're
you'll have
starting
to-
now.
All right.
Like
Um,
Alfredo sauce is that the first
yeah,
one?
Oh, that's
it's
an
white.
S tier.
I'm calling it
fucking
white
dude.
sauce or Alfredo sauce. And I guess just real quick before we get into it, I wanted to do like pre-made combos like Hawaiian and stuff because I thought that's fun. But then it just got to the point where it's like looking at the most popular combos, people were like pepperoni mushroom, pepperoni olive, pepperoni. I was just like, what are we gonna have like 900 pizzas on this list because there's every possible combination. So instead, you just vote for your favorite ingredients, and if your favorite pizza is pepperoni and mushroom, then vote pepperoni S tier and mushroom S tier. So like whatever your favorite pizza is, just vote the ingredients on that pizza as S tier. But we didn't add mozzarella cheese. If you don't like fucking red tomato sauce and mozzarella cheese, get the fuck out of here. You don't even deserve to be judging these ingredients. That's just the standard. So those are just
Yeah,
Okay,
you
yeah,
have no-
that's a
if
given.
that's the case, then you have no pizza experience.
yeah. We've got a couple sauces. So we're starting with Alfredo, but we also have barbecue sauce and pesto sauce. So those will come up later.
Yeah, buffalo on there. Yeah, ranch.
Yeah, buffalo as
Yeah.
well. I
So,
feel
I
like
mean, you-
buffalo
you could-
isn't a
You could like ranch particularly. I mean, I feel like. Are we judging ranch as a topping or like a sauce base, not as a
either. That's for all of these. Same with like
Okay.
because I'm not doing red
I'm
hot.
not putting
as a
ranch on my
base.
pizza, but I am
Because-
dipping my pizza into the ranch.
Yeah, red hot I
Yeah.
put on top, but I'm not using as the base for my sauce. So like, but if like, it's open to the voters' interpretation. So like, however you want to use it, is this device when used on pizza is that S tier for you?
Yeah, I just feel
guess
like for ranch, it's not. It gets too in the weeds if you start voting it on as a dipping sauce.
I feel like Tuna's trolling us. There's no way you don't not put mozzarella on pizza.
I think pizza's very different in Europe
It's
than
gotta
it.
be.
Like, did you see like Jolly and Toon's favorite pizzas in our
Yeah,
chat
like the
last night? It was like
hollandaise thing?
hollandaise sauce and shit.
Oh,
And I was
yeah.
just like, yeah, you guys do pizza different than we do pizza because
Yeah,
like you couldn't get hollandaise. Like if you ordered hollandaise sauce on your pizza, like
They'd
9
kick
out
your
of 10
ass,
pizza
dude.
restaurants wouldn't even have it in
Yeah,
the store.
they'd fucking
have
shoot
it,
you dead in America for that
never
kind of
make
shit.
it.
So I do think there's a disconnect between because what we have here, Tune, I guess if you haven't been, is like if you go to America, this is on almost every restaurant like menu, and it's like items you can put on your pizza at Domino's, Pizza Hut, any like pizza chain. These are the options that you can choose to put on your pizza. So that's sort of how we got it, I
I've
guess.
been to a pizza place that even had Gouda as an option. I'm not saying it's a bad option. I'm just saying
Gouda.
I've never seen anyone even offer it as a choice.
Yeah. Also, we obviously
Gouda
know there's
cheese on
more
pizza,
options
that
than
is
this.
probably
Like,
better.
this is just the most standard options available at a pizza restaurant in America. So like this isn't necessarily the best possible options because yeah, you could probably do some like weird flavored honey, and like Mark
Add
had
some
like
ricotta
pulled
cheese.
pork
I
and
think-
like you get some weird aged meats and shit. You can probably make some really cool weird combos of pizza, but this is just sort of like at least
Wagyu beef, Wagyu
Mhm.
steak on the pizza.
Yeah, sounds pretty
We
nice.
actually have steak on here. Steak is right here.
Well, there's like beef, right? Oh, okay, nice. Yeah,
Beef.
This
you know
is
what I
sliced.
miss a lot?
we
It's
have-
like Philly pizzas.
Ground beef is right here, and then we also have sliced steak slices. So this would be for your like your Philly cheesesteak max specifically added for
Okay.
that.
Serious
ground beef would
pie,
be
I'm
if you
not-
like
That is
a-
definitely an S tier then.
Ground beef would be
Serious-
like if you want a taco pizza or something.
Serious pie like a chain. Oh, it's like a
What?
Seattle chain. Interesting.
Seriously.
Is that like
let's
the
get
Tom
this-
Douglas one?
Okay, white sauce is S tier for me. I would go like white sauce. My favorite pizza, kind of, if I was gonna choose one pizza to order, like, and that's the
Real
only
quick.
pizza that's coming. Yeah.
Mark, do you want to do the banners while I do the votes?
Oh, sure. Yes, I have tried that one, Buzz King. I tried the one in Ballard. It was pretty good, if I recall. That was like it's like a wood fire style. They had like I tried a clam pizza from them. It was actually pretty good. Yeah, I dug it.
Okay, so I'm starting this. It's going to be a 2-minute vote. What tier is white sauce? And I
I'm
put
saying S.
Alfredo in parentheses, but it could also be like a garlic parmesan or like any sort of like creamy white sauce that's cheese based. Because there's a couple of options. Like when you go to Domino's, there's 2 white sauces. So Alfredo is like the easy answer because you can buy that in a can, but it could be some other. So like a white pizza is just like a pizza made without red sauce, and it's generally a white cheese-based sauce. But there is not like a specific. There is only one white.
Yeah,
sauce.
you're right. Like, yeah,
This includes your hollandaise, by the way. You know, this would be like a hollandaise.
Yeah, I guess hollandaise would be in there.
I love this kind of shit, dude. Because my favorite go-to pizza, if I was just gonna get the one pizza, would be like a Philly cheesesteak pizza, which is like white sauce, like steak strips,
I
onions.
feel like that's a
and-
pretty bold choice
mushrooms.
for your favorite of all pizzas. Philly
Really
cheesesteak.
good.
Philly cheesesteak's good, but I wouldn't like if I could only eat one pizza for the rest of my life. It would not be Philly.
dude, the
cheesesteak.
Domino's
It's like-
Philly pizza is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
In Germany, the equivalent was like a Döner pizza, like Döner meat and like onions, mushrooms, that kind of stuff. Super good.
Is that supposed to
Yeah,
say
I mean,
bananas?
I would say
Your
like any
pizza is
sort of-
curry sauce, chicken breast, and bananas. Is that what you're saying? That's a weird pizza.
What in the world? Like, what psychotic pizza is going on in Germany?
You said ananas, so maybe ananas is not bananas, but even
Don't track
even
Germany.
just the
into
curry
this.
sauce and chicken breast, that's not your normal pizza.
Don't track Germany into this. Tune is a lunatic.
Oh, we said pineapple. So pineapple, chicken, and curry. That's a pizza.
Is it a pizza,
Curry.
Mark?
Oh, it sounds like the pizza that your family was gonna have over the
Oh yeah, but that's like a hybrid like Indian fusion place. So it's like an Indian place that makes pizzas. So it's like Indian food on pizza. Sounds pretty good.
Thank you. Oh, thank you for the sub, TD.
We love these subs.
Did you change your name again? It used to be TD NFT or NFT Gamer TV with TD. I don't know. I'm assuming that's the same TD.
Yeah, I mean, so my take on this, I like getting outside of the red sauce realm. I think if we're encompassing like garlic-based sauces and Alfredo sauces and stuff, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. So I would put it in A tier. I don't think it's like S tier level, but it's pretty good.
I'm going to mute this just because we
That's-
have gifted subs, but thank you for the gifted subs, TD. We appreciate it, but it will keep spamming that soundbite over and over until it ends. So
It's
thank you.
tied between A and S. But I would say S. But I guess there's
We got an
B
A
vote.
because B got a vote,
So,
so B brings it
yeah.
down to A.
A
is
tier.
in
At
the
least
middle.
it's not like that's like a cut above good. That's like great.
I think A
I
tier
mean,
is
I
fine
think-
because for me, S tier is like the pizza you order every time, and like I don't know, I like a white sauce pizza, maybe like every other time I order a pizza, but like to say it's in a higher tier than just your regular red sauce or whatever is like I don't know.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't even
totally
add red
agree.
sauce because red sauce just like is the default S tier. But
I don't know, Paul. What would you
It's
think?
Pretty S tier, honestly. I think that
Yeah, thanks.
why it went down is because I feel like Alfredo sauce isn't very isn't like widely known or as like a pizza topping, and people are missing out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
with
people
you.
are missing out. I agree. It's an
Maybe
S tier
every
topping, and
time
you should
for
try
me.
it.
I just don't think it can be the every time. I like that there's like you're adding some garlic to the mix, you're adding some new sauce options, but I just don't think it's strong enough to be like your go-to all the time.
I will also say it's good with
This is
like
my go-to.
I
all
think
the time.
chicken pizzas are better with a white sauce than a red sauce.
I agree.
True, yeah.
Like if you're doing a chicken as your topping. So I do think I don't know. A tier is still like really fucking good. That's why I was like, A tier is not a bad tier. Like I love.
We'll see
white
how
sauce.
this A tier fills out because I feel like there's going to be stuff in A tier that is definitely not on par with white sauce on pizza.
That is
Just
interesting.
saying,
The
I
pink
think you
sauce
guys get
approach. I'm familiar with it. I haven't really tried it that much. Mixing tomato and white sauce. It's kind
Oh
of.
yeah, I've had that.
I like.
That's
like-
pretty good too. Yeah.
Paul turned me on to the white sauce mixed with pesto. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what's
oh,
up.
Oh
man.
yeah.
You
Okay.
go to
Alright,
Trader
we're moving
Joe's,
on
buy
to
yourself a little dough.
anchovies. How do you spell anchovies? I'm really not a fan of anchovies. I almost didn't add this to the list because I'm like nobody likes anchovies, but then I don't know. I decided
No,
that I
they
shouldn't
actually,
let
like,
my personal taste
I've-
influence.
Yeah, I've come around. I think
I
that, like,
also have
it's a
come around.
it's a nice kick. Like I think it can overpower stuff, but if you like in like
Oh shit! I
small
forgot to do all the
doses.
bad poll. There's no D. How do we end a poll? Give me a second.
I see D on there.
Oh wait, it just popped up for some reason. It didn't populate on mine.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I agree with Paul. I was very
come around.
anti-anchovy, but it's like it's a big, bold flavor. And if you're really trying to get after it, big salty punch. I think
Yeah.
in the right context, it can be done very well.
I'm saying B tier.
I
personally.
wouldn't put it all the time, but I do think it's a lot better than it gets credit for. And I think a lot of people get intimidated by it and don't try it. I would say solid B, but I would understand if people just are like, that's a hard pass, you know?
For me, it's forever D tier. I've told this story before, but I used to work at Papa John's, and the second anybody ordered anchovies, it made the entire restaurant stink for like 5 hours afterwards. It would also stain my fingers, like they like in these juices of just the most disgusting stink
like
that gets
oil,
under
yeah.
your fingernails.
The
You
smell,
can't
yeah.
wash it off.
The
And, like,
smell is atrocious.
Yeah, working with it is a pain in the ass. Like I working and using anchovy, you basically have to change your gloves, and then even then, like your
gloves.
hands, your hands smell like it for a really long time too.
I was
so
freehanding that shit. My
Yeah, you
guy at
feel like
Papa
you're
John's
just-
didn't give us gloves.
you've become an anchovy, and then you're like afraid to touch your face or anything because then you're gonna smell like anchovy even more.
So for
There's
me,
also-
it was like from working with it, I can't get that experience out of my mind. So like from working with it, I don't like eating it. It's like I don't know if you work at a restaurant, like you tip well because you know how bad it sucks to be in the service industry. It's like because I know how like the bad it sucks to make a pizza with anchovies. I want to eat one.
There's a really good Futurama episode where Fry buys the last can of anchovies in existence.
Oh, yeah, I
And,
remember that. Isn't there like
that's
an
really
auction and they're bidding on it?
Yeah,
is
he ends up
there
buying it
is
for
there
$5
more to the
billion.
story, Max? Like some sort of commentary or something that you're adding to it, or just telling us about an episode?
So
of
I think
Futurama?
because of anchovies' ability to give us that story, I would bump it up a tier or two. So I'm voting B tier. D tier, fuck you guys.
It's like you know that
I
sketch
love
with-
Paul's energy that he brings to
really aggressive, but that
We
was
need
like,
someone
where's
to
this going?
knock Max down a peg.
Yeah, that was quite close. It was 2B, 2C, 3D. So I mean, there's a
I
lot.
feel like D is. You guys are wrong. Anchovies are like I used to agree, but I feel like I've come around a bit, and I don't know.
I think they ended up right where they belong. Good work, everybody.
Yeah.
The
Anchovies,
dumpster
they're
where
definitely-
anchovies should live.
It's definitely like it's just such an intense taste that like you can't get from anything else. So I feel like it's
Yeah,
just
I
so
like
good.
that big
What
punch
is
of
this?
flavor, man.
Cauliflower crust, double anchovies, extra crispy. I don't want any of that. Get all that off my pizza.
Whoa, who the fuck? What pizza place is doing that?
Is this bacon next, Lou?
Yeah, this is bacon. It's in the bits form, but
Bacon.
I would say this is any form of bacon, which, you know, I'll come out swinging for bacon. Bacon,
Any form of bacon is always good. That's just like
bacon makes any pizza
Oh.
better.
Yeah,
for pizza. Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think any pizza would like suffer from having bacon. But I don't know if I want to put it in S tier because
I'm
I
putting
usually
it in
don't order
S tier.
bacon.
Because for me, my favorite pizza is, I like my top two pizzas. Order number one is just pepperoni black olive, done. Simple, classic. Order number two is jalapenos, bacon, and pineapple. That's my S tier pizza. So for me, bacon's on that, so I put it in S tier. But
Bacon. I'm doing A tier just because I usually.
I will
don't add
also
it.
say
Like,
this: bacon is better than Canadian bacon 100% of the time. If you're gonna make a Hawaiian pizza,
Yeah.
fuck off with that Canadian bacon. Put some actual bacon on it. It's better. And then you add the jalapeno because you got like the sweet. You got the sweet and the savory, and then you add some spice, the jalapeno, and you're fucking cooking. It was also a little pickled. It's got a little bit of that.
Yeah,
Canadian bacon
jalapenos
is a fucking scam. It's a goddamn scam. Canadian bacon should be wiped off the face of this planet. It's awful. Regular bacon is phenomenal.
Is Canadian bacon different than ham, or is it just ham?
I think it's just ham, and they just call it. They call it Canadian bacon to scam you into thinking it's good.
I think that's just
Goddamn
Americans,
beefsteak.
right? It's not like Canadians call it. Like I'm pretty sure they're just like, it's bacon.
If Canadians just call that bacon, that's even worse to me. Like, we have
That's an
we have
assault
Canadian-
on bacon. It's the war on bacon. It's been
All right,
raging for
let's
decades.
Google this,
apparently.
Mark. You call yourself a pizza connoisseur and aficionado. We gotta figure this
Canadian
out.
bacon comes from the back, while American bacon comes from the belly.
That's not even the same cut of meat. Like, how can it be called the same thing?
Well, they're both
Just
pork.
American bacon.
Okay, so it's back bacon, or they call it rashers.
Rashers. Oh,
I don't want to eat something called rashers.
yeah. Oh, that doesn't sound. Yeah, bacon or rashers. You know, you decide.
It's too so. We're going off topic. We can talk about Canadian bacon on that one.
How
but
about some rashers? Would you like some rashers on your pizza?
I just
All about your pizza. Oh, sorry, sorry. I put rashers on this pizza. I can't do that.
Okay, here's a question. Since we're moving on, this is I don't know. I might sound like a fucking idiot. We'll see after I ask this question. But is a banana pepper the same thing as a peppercini?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so I was gonna call this banana
yeah.
peppers, but like when we had them at Papa John's, they're called pepperoncinis. So I guess this would be either. I feel like I don't know.
think
For
that's the
me,
same
this
thing.
one's it's not maybe not an S tier, but I think this is like A tier. I really
think
like.
they're technically different, but effectively the same. If you just want to vote on them the same.
They seem like interchangeable ingredients. I feel like Subway, they call them banana peppers or pepperoncinis. So you just be like, oh yeah. Like I've gone through the line and be like, I'll have some banana peppers, and they added the pepperoncinis. And then another time I was like, I'll have some pepperoncinis, and they added the same shit. So I was like, I assume it's just the same thing. Those people
Pepperoncini
are sandwich
spelled super
artists
weird,
after
too.
all.
I'm trying to spell it right. There we go. It's spelled like pepperoni.
They're
I
not
think
like
banana
super
peppers are
spicy.
bigger, aren't they? Yeah, I think
Yeah,
banana
they're
peppers.
technically different peppers. I'm pretty sure, but
We're
they're
throwing
not.
them together. They taste pretty much the fucking
They
same. So.
taste pretty much the same, but yeah, I mean they're not spicy. They're kind of briny. You know, they kind of like got like that vinegar.
Ooh, somebody
taste
went
to
hard
it.
D. You don't like banana peppers?
And so it's kind of like sharp, but it gives you like some acidity to kind of cut through the fattiness of like all the cheese and the meats you put on there. I think they're great. I think jalapenos and pepperoncinis
Jalapenos, I'd go.
are a good balancing factor. You know, you add the spice with the acidity. So
Wait, what was
solid.
the other pepper? What was the other pepper you said?
Banana? Oh, jalapeno.
Okay. Sorry,
Yeah,
I thought you
jalapenos.
said
I
it.
prefer
There's
jalapeno.
jalapeno.
I thought you said jalapeno.
Wait, is it pino or is it peno?
Peno.
Oh, okay.
Just
Yeah.
trying to catch you slipping, dude.
Yeah.
At least Thomas Shannon says he couldn't vote, but he would make it D. I wonder why you can't
Okay.
vote. Maybe try refreshing the page.
Are you a felon?
Oh yeah.
D only
Felony-
has one vote, so if you try to
Felony
put it in D
convictions
tier,
can't
you
vote.
evened it out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's really good. It's honestly a good third topping to bring it all together, the pepperoni. So I think it's at least B. I'm reluctant to put it in A because there's a lot more ingredients that I would probably choose over it, but I do think it has a role that's very strong.
I gave it a
I like
C.
pepperoni. I think pepperoni shines more in a salad, though. If I'm gonna be honest, throw some
Yeah.
pepperoni
Yeah.
into a nice salad. Even like a pizza salad, like a salad you get from a pizza restaurant, throw some pepperonis in there probably if I'm gonna get it from the pizza restaurant. But that's 'cause I
Okay,
put
the salad thing I can
Jalapeno
get
is my S
behind.
tier for this style.
Yeah, I agree with that. Jalapenos are S tier, whereas pepperoncinis, I was voting C, but I could live with B. Like I'm not picking them off my pizza. I'll say that.
It looks
if it's
like
on
B
there.
tier is gonna win. I can live with that. I like these better than B tier, but I don't think it's that popular. I think this one is kind of like gonna be a tough one. This one's basil. And I feel like basil's kind of boring, but also like if you're getting like a margarita pizza or like if you get like one of those more like Italian, really nice pizzas where they don't put meat on it, it's really just like sauce, cheese, and like fresh basil or garlic. Like sometimes those are like the best possible pizzas you can get. But at the same time, like basil's not something I would add to like my pre-made pizza. So it's like I appreciate it when it's like the chef made the pizza to be like classic like that, but like I would never order basil as a like side on my pizza.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of like more specialty pizzas. You see on a lot of their specialty
margarita
pies,
pizza?
they put basil on it, but I think it has a role. I mean, oregano is like kind of a given. I think pretty much all pizza restaurants put oregano on pretty much every pizza.
Like in the
that's kind of
sauce or on?
implied. No, just
Where?
like like sprinkled over top.
Oh, okay.
I remember like I think it was McKay's had like they had a basil shaker. They had like cheese, basil, and then hot sauce.
So like basil, in my experience, is
Or
more
oregano,
like
sorry.
they cut it or put fresh basil leaves after it's cooked, so you kind of have like a little temperature contrast. You have a little like freshness,
The color.
kind of aromatic
pizza.
thing going on.
The pizza Max
I'm
and I had
trying-
the other day from Gorilla Pizzas here in beautiful Los Angeles, California, had fresh basil like on it, like just fresh, like it was like packed. Like I should show pizza.
It was
first,
like it was like a fucking jungle, dude.
I
Did you
say
like it,
it's me,
or-
dude. I think it's
It was really
legit.
good.
I
I
think
liked it a lot. Yeah.
I think it really adds like a unique contrast to what's going on the pizza. I think if it doesn't get ordered a lot, it should get ordered more. It's very underappreciated.
Yeah, I think it might
Yeah,
be. a
I've never
secret.
been mad that basil's in my pizza. Like there's never been a time where I've had basil and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, take that off. But then again, I
feel
would never order it.
I feel like caprizi's are also like little like tomato pizzas, and the basil is also makes.
Yeah,
those, you
yeah,
know?
that's a good point. Yeah. I mean,
It's like
the classic pizza of all pizza is margarita, and that includes
Yeah,
like Drew
basil,
said.
and that's
That's
definitely
what
like
it is.
a
Basil's
needed
like
ingredient.
an integral ingredient to a bunch of like classic
Yeah.
pizzas. But like
I don't usually
also
order it myself,
exciting
but it
ingredient
would
by
be
itself.
missing if it wasn't on that pizza. You know.
Yeah, we're doing one that's like a jerk chicken one, and then we have fresh basil on top of it to kind of counterbalance some of those spicy factors. So I think it plays a role pretty well. I just think as a person, you're like, oh, here's a 3-topping pizza. It's not like you're good. If I get 3 toppings, I'm not going to put on basil. But if it's like
That's-
a pre-built like specialty menu item that's like built in a certain way, I think that's where you see it more often.
I also think basil doesn't necessarily match with everything, so it's like it has to be a
Yeah.
specific combination for basil.
Yeah,
to work.
you're
You can't just
right.
throw basil on like
Yeah.
a basil on a pineapple pizza. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah, you can't
I
go
think-
all willy-nilly. That's why it doesn't, that's why like B makes sense to me.
Yeah, B tier wins this one.
I want to address
also-
this comment real
Okay.
quick. Week's Comic Saying said banana peppers are on the side, not on the pizza. I think for this tier list, like if you put hot sauce or banana peppers or any of these even as a side on your pizza, like every time, that would be your S tier. So like for me, I would never order Frank's Red Hot on my pizza, but when Frank's Red Hot comes up, I'm gonna put it S tier because every time I order pizza, I dump hot sauce on it. So like that goes for the Parmesan cheese too. Like any things that you would put on the side, if that's how you eat your pizza, or ranch. If you always dip your pizza in
Yeah.
ranch, you might not use it as a topping, but like I would still put that as S tier as far as like,
It's involved in your pizza experience every
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
and it might
Yeah.
not be baked with it on, but it's still a topping because you're putting it on top of your pizza. All right, this one might be divisive. It
This
is
one
for
got
me at
beat.
least.
I thought
Barbecue
the one
sauce.
point I wanted to make about basil though was that if you have like a pizza where you're ordering a pizza and you're like, okay, choose 3 toppings, I'm never choosing basil as a topping.
You're a
That's
throwaway.
taking-
Yeah,
that's
you're
taking- yeah.
wasting prime.
Because it's taking away like a mushroom or an onion or like a pepperoni slot or something like that.
I'm gonna come in hot on this one. Barbecue sauce has no versatility. Fuck barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce is only good with chicken, and also it's
Yeah.
kind of gross. Like I don't really want to
Ribs,
replace my sauce
pork.
with barbecue sauce, dude. That shit's gross.
That's true. A pulled pork like barbecue pizza might be good.
Just eat
I will
barbecue pork
say-
without the fucking like.
Yeah,
Barbecue
will
pork's a
say-
good dish, not on top of my pizza. It's not a pizza.
To me, it's a D tier. Like for pizza, it's D. Like it's a disgusting taste. I personally don't like barbecue sauce. It's tastes like spoiled ketchup, honestly.
See, I love barbecue
That's
sauce.
a hot take.
I like barbecue chicken, but the pizza again is just not the platform to eat it. Like I want a red sauce or a white sauce. Barbecue sauce is like I don't know. I'm like eating ketchup on my pizza. I don't know. I don't like.
Yeah, I feel like barbecue pizzas are always kind of okay, and there's like it only works in like 1 or 2 iterations. I feel like it's really there
Yeah.
really isn't a lot of versatility to it because it's so sweet, and I don't really like the
Yeah.
sweetness of it. So I mean, there are good barbecue pizzas out there, but it just doesn't quite have the heavy hitting nature that anything else. I won't put it in D, but I'd put it in C. It's like everyone does it. They just put like pork, onions, cilantro, and barbecue sauce. That's what everyone fucking does all the time, and it's just okay.
Yeah,
Barbecue
pizzas are all right. That's where I'm at. Like I voted C tier. I was like, this is like not my go-to, but this isn't such a bad pizza. Like anchovies, I'll just not eat if it's an option.
Yeah,
barbecue,
I'll
I'll grab a slice of barbecue pizza. I don't think it's like the worst thing. It's just not as good as almost everything else.
But you have like one slice to try it at like the potluck, and you're like, well, there it is.
It's like it's what I thought it was. You know.
Give it a little college try.
But yeah, I won't put it in the dumpster by any means. Like D is forever dumpster tier. Like I'm going past my mouth into the trash.
Ooh, D1.
That's true. I might have been a little too aggressive by voting it D, but I saw anchovies and I was like, okay, it's at least got to be with anchovies.
All
Because
right.
anchovies also
D
don't belong
tier.
in the dumpster.
All right, this is one of my personal faves. Black olives. I didn't add every color olive, so this is just olives in general, not specifically black olives. So if you like green olives or Kalamata olives, which are like brown or purple.
Paul's
Put
brother
those
can't be
in this
olives.
tier.
I'm personally not an olive guy. I don't hate olives as a topping that other people like. I personally just don't like it. Also, as an effective topping, it always falls off. That's the part that annoys the shit out
That's
of me.
true.
It
You gotta
falls
put 'em
off
under
all
the-
time,
under the
never
cheese.
stays in place. There's always like it's not a good ratio, and it always ends
I
up
like
all-
olives because they're not super flavorful. Like they're not really. They complement the cheese a little bit, but they're not the star of the dish. But I don't know. That's what my family always ordered was pepperoni black olive. I guess that's my dad's order. So I grew up. That was one of two pizzas we ordered from any pizza restaurant we ever ordered while growing up. So forever that will be the nostalgic classic pizza for me. Which I guess for most people it's probably mushroom pepperoni, but whatever reason my dad did black olive pepperoni.
Yeah, mushroom pepperoni. It's
It's a
definitely
weird
my go-to.
texture to me too. Like I don't know. It has like a weird. It's just
I
weird.
like olives on pizza though. I'm gonna say A tier. I would get olives on most pizza if it's like.
I also like a Greek pizza with like green olives on it or like
Yes.
purple
Or
olives. Like,
Kalamatas or something.
Yeah.
there's like not just
They're
the black olives. The
versatile.
black olives are pretty flavorless. Like the other olives have strong flavors and can be used in cool combos.
Yeah, I like olives actually. Yeah, A tier feels right for me. I'm voting A tier.
Damn, these are so split. We have one vote for every tier.
Olives are definitely polarizing.
A Canadian special is pepperoni, bacon, and mushroom.
Who said that?
That's interesting.
Canadian special.
Yeah, but is it the good
Canadian
bacon or is it the
special.
shitty Canadian bacon?
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
what's
trust a
separate.
Canadian to talk about
Can't-
bacon
can't
anymore.
trust like that, yeah.
I've been
Uh-oh,
around
D
Canada.
tier is winning.
For olives? Oh, that's rough, dude. That's rough. Olives are
There's a
pretty
vote
good.
for every other. I guess we have to end up in D because it
Yeah,
doesn't
they're
tie.
kind of briny or like salty. It's funny because I like pepperoncinis. I don't like black olives, but they kind of have similar kind of vinegariness to them.
Oh,
Nice.
bean
Are you
white
doing?
side,
Are you
so
doing?
called
Are you doing
C tier.
olives at your place, Mark?
I mean, I'm not making a restaurant with only things I would eat. So
first one in
I
C.
am putting black olives on things because people like it. I don't have to eat it.
Coward.
Okay, this one
Stand
I
up
was
for
surprised
yourself.
was even on the list. Broccoli. I don't think I've ever had broccoli in pizza, but I am without trying it firm that I don't think this is a pizza ingredient. I don't know
I know
how it's not on the
broccoli-
list of the 25 most popular. Like I was looking up Google lists, like 25 most popular pizza toppings. People like broccoli. It's like
It's really
weird.
bland and it smells like farts. Particularly when you bake it like that, it smells like farts every time.
Yeah.
And honestly,
me,
it
it's-
doesn't stay on the pizza very well. It's really bland, has no fucking flavor if you're just shoving it. Like you can make broccoli flavorful, but when it's a pizza topping, they literally just shred it up and put it on there and bake it. It's a waste of space. I don't understand.
my problem with broccoli is the size. Like you can't chop broccoli to a size like the way you put stuff on pizza is always chunks. And broccoli doesn't really chunk because if you chunk, it's
Yeah.
only stem or only bush. Like you can't get the integrity of the broccoli unless you're fucking cutting it. But I don't know. It's like it doesn't cut in the way that's good for pizzas. It's gonna be like big ass chunks. And I want like a full fucking chunk of broccoli on my pizza.
Yeah. Are you more of a stem or more of a bush kind of guy on your broccoli?
Dude, I love a
I like
good
the
bush.
fucking. I like some bush. I like some 70s bush on my broccoli.
I'm
I
a bush,
just
broccoli
I
bush.
can't do it. Just broccoli bush is just killing me.
Yeah, have you seen the Jolly Green Giant? He's all like broccoli bush, dude.
He's all bush, dude.
He's got a happy trail, fucking broccoli
Yeah.
going down.
Yeah, you usually don't see his stem, but it's there
Yeah.
too. Sorry. Oh man.
Bob is
You
in
know.
the house. What's up, Bob? He says, "Is this how Mark is deciding what's going on his pizza?"
Oh,
Yeah, we're
man.
now deciding the menu for King Pizza. Anything in D tier will not be on the menu. So good luck, everybody.
We have no S tier stuff yet. I feel like once we get the S tier, we'll have to make a pizza that's just all
There's
those
kind of a
ingredients
run
and
of
see how it
heavy
is.
hitters though. Like you know, you
We
have
haven't gotten
we're
to
getting
pepperoni
some
yet.
good
If pepperoni
shit.
doesn't make an S
Pepperoni-
tier, you all fucking
S tier.
suck. Pepperoni is it's the fucking S tier ingredient for pizza. Like pepperoni with nothing else on it is like almost always an option at every pizza restaurant. It's like
Okay, thank God. It looked like broccoli almost made it to B. It's still D tier.
Are people
Yeah,
trying to troll
D
us?
tier
Like how
ones.
it?
Yeah, fuck off.
Two
It's something
broccoli
for S,
S tier?
for
Are you
S,
high?
piss off.
Oh my God! What? Who hurt you when you were growing
You have
up?
no-
Oh my
They have no pizza experience.
We need Papa John. What do you think about that?
He has no pizza experience.
You heard it from the master. Okay.
That sounds like to me.
All right, now we're moving on to chicken. Chicken isn't my favorite topping, but it is a little versatile because I feel like that's like what you use with the white sauce and the barbecue sauce. So I feel like if you're trying to venture, or even like a pesto chicken's good too. So I think chicken's versatile as far as it works well with the other sauces on the
Yeah.
pizza.
Yeah, you can like marinate
Barbecue
chicken.
sauce too, yeah.
You could do like buffalo chicken. I mean, I think you got to think about all the ways it can be dressed up or marinated.
I just don't like it with like a red sauce. Like I don't think I'm ever ordering chicken with a red sauce pizza. Like,
Yeah, I
just don't.
agree. You're right. It is usually all either white sauce or barbecue or buffalo. You know, but I love buffalo chicken pizza. So purely from that, I would put it up in A tier just because tossing chicken and sauce and throwing it on a pizza. It's what makes all of the non-red sauce pizzas good. They typically have chicken.
Yeah.
That's
And
another one.
chicken
Is the
bacon ranch.
Bacon
I mean,
ranch.
How can you go wrong with chicken bacon ranch? Chicken bacon ranch,
bacon
fried chicken
ranch,
in
yeah.
any form that it exists.
That's one of the reasons why I added ranch on here because I was like, oh, chicken bacon ranch.
Yeah. Hey, at least comic, it depends what color you are. If it's Papa or Master.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah,
so
it's
I'm
like-
going A tier. I think I mean, and then you look at A tier. If chicken's an A tier, you have chicken, bacon, and white sauce.
True, that whole
There's chicken bacon ranch right there.
Yeah. Chicken's definitely fucking. Oh, I gotta vote for chicken.
Yeah,
still.
any kind of chicken, breaded chicken, grilled chicken.
Dude, butter
That's
chicken pizza, that would be sick. I when I was in India, we ordered butter chicken pizza from Domino's, and it was actually
Yes.
really fucking phenomenal.
That sounds great. I do want to try
Honestly,
that.
Domino's
Chicken
and McDonald's outside the United States is way better. I enjoyed it a
Yeah.
lot.
Inadequate Mass says we have a white girl A tier. We got the basic bitch A tier of our
Yeah,
pizza.
kind of. Chicken, bacon, and ranch so far.
Pumpkin spice next is gonna be an A
If it ain't
tier.
broke, don't fix it.
I like here if Prince X Phoenix says that she would do chicken, broccoli, and barbecue sauce. I feel like chicken,
What
broccoli, and
in
barbecue
the
sauce sounds like a
world?
decent meal, but not a good pizza. Sorry.
Yeah,
I feel like I could do like a broccoli cheddar pizza. Some sort of like broccoli cheddar could be decent on a pizza, like the soup, but pizza style. But I'm not
Mm.
sure.
all right. A tier chicken.
A tier, yeah. That's funny. Basic A tier.
Did it make it?
Hey.
A tier? All right.
Yeah, it did.
Now this next one is a pretty specific one. This one's feta cheese, which
Hell
I
yeah.
feel like is pretty much
Also, it's not very versatile.
the Greek pizza is pretty much exclusively
needs
what
it.
you're using this on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, feta's
It's really
good. It's got like
tasty. I
a
love
nice, like
feta cheese.
punchy, salty flavor to it. It's a Greek pizza or bust. I mean,
You know, there's a place like
sitting
we
on
go
the
to for
salad.
pizza. It's called like a pizza rev place where you start with. It's like a Chipotle style. Like they start with the pizza dough, and then like you just walk down the aisle and ask for
Yeah.
whatever the
yeah,
fuck
like a
you want
mod
add to it.
pizza.
Mod pizza.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one.
So I'll add feta cheese to those. Like I'll
I've
add like
never
feta
mad
and
when feta cheese
ricotta.
is on my
Like feta's
pizza. It's
really
just not
fucking
something I usually
good.
think to order. Like
I don't think about it, but when I remember, it's like, damn, this is good.
Well,
And,
like a
cuts
lot of places
through.
don't, or like fast food places like Domino's, they don't offer it because it's expensive. You know.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah.
It really cuts through, similar to how anchovies cut through too. Like,
It's
It's
big,
very
yeah,
good.
big flavor, big flavor.
yeah, I'm voting A tier. I like feta cheese.
I don't know. I just like if you're giving same thing.
I
If
voted B
even,
tier.
even like on a 4-topping pizza, I would not put feta.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, it's definitely an ingredient that feels like it's taking up space for something.
And
better.
4 toppings.
Part of the way I'm grading it too is like, if you're at Domino's or whatever, and these options are the options, how often are you using this option to build a pizza? Because like I do like feta. It's just like I'm not building cheese or pizzas around feta almost ever. Like I'll if somebody orders a Greek pizza, I'll eat it, but that's not a go-to pizza of mine. Like I enjoy it, but it's not like A tier or something I'm ordering frequently.
Then I'd be into it, but you know, never would seek it out alone. Same thing with the basil.
Yeah.
I do sort of agree with what Gene says though. He says every cheese on pizza is S tier. That's why I didn't add all the different cheeses, just because it was like he was gonna say like an extra cheese is bad on your pizza.
Yeah, I'm gonna add like ricotta.
To process the Gouda piece. I've never had pizza with Gouda on it, but it sounds pretty good.
Feta and green olives is bomb too. Maybe even throw a little bit like spinach on there.
Yeah, it could be fucking
Make yourself a
great.
Greek pizza.
What's POG? Like I'm just thinking
Play of
POG
game.
like the juice.
Play of game, right? Or no? Play the game.
I don't know.
POTG is play of the game, but I'm guessing that's what he means.
Yeah, I don't know.
What did Feta end up with? Did we finish it? A.
There's a lot of
I think
of secondary.
I think A is too high. How often are you ordering
It
Feta
might
on
be a
your
little
pizza?
high, yeah.
Like,
But I was thinking of going to like Pizza Rev or somewhere like Mod Pizza, like you're saying, and I would definitely
Right.
always add it.
If I'm
No,
putting
here's
a
garlic.
cheese on a pizza, it's going to be Parmesan or like blue cheese, like Gorgonzola or something. Feta is my last choice for a secondary cheese.
What about ricotta? Like that soft cheese. Like it's
Ricotta's
really-
good.
I've never
Or
seen
goat
ricotta
cheese.
be
Oh my
offered a
god.
lot.
Oh yeah,
You
there
should
you go.
put goat cheese
I just
on
started
goat
the poll.
cheese on
We need to
pizza.
redirect our conversation to garlic. And this is not like garlic in your pasta sauce. That's not what this is. This is like chunks of garlic.
Like a
on the
margarita,
margarita.
Yeah.
I mean, it
like-
fucking rocks on a margarita pizza. But
I would
it's
think
also
this also includes like
not very
roasted garlic.
versatile.
So you could do roasted garlic, fresh garlic,
Yes.
you know, anything in the garlic realm, but it's
I'm gonna
not
say-
like a sauce. It's the actual garlic itself.
To me, this is like basil, where like garlic is fucking amazing on pizza, but it's pretty limited which pizzas you're gonna put it on. Like you're not just gonna throw full fucking chunks of garlic on any pizza. So it's a pretty bold flavor. But on like a margarita pizza or like the pizzas it's supposed to go on, it is a beautiful topping. So
No,
I'm
I
kinda
think
torn
like
on this
garlic. I think it's garlic. Like you can just add it to anything and it'll like level everything up. Because I'm like, you can just add garlic to any dish and it always makes it good.
Yeah, I mean, I love
Yeah.
garlic, and I absolutely agree with that. You know, you can't go wrong with it. And if you have it in a recipe and they ask for 2 cloves, you put in 6. You know, I get that. But in the terms of building a pizza, I feel like it's not enough substance for the topping slot that I'm allocating to it.
Pizza's actually very nutritious.
You know, if my 3-4 topping example, I just like, man, it's
yeah,
like
that's
it
that's
kicks
where I put it
up
with
a lot,
basil.
but it
It's like if you
doesn't-
only have 3 toppings, you're probably not going to choose garlic as one of them. But I'm also never mad when garlic's on the pizza, so it's very similar to basil to me, where it's like it's
Yeah.
great. It's just not something I am choosing as one of my toppings.
You know, those topping slots are key, and the substance of the amount of food I'm getting in exchange for that topping, the garlic will elevate it, but I don't know if I want to spend that wish on it.
yeah. I'm saying A tier for garlic though, because I think I agree with Paul where it's like garlic just levels up every dish that it's in.
Yeah, you can add minced garlic on top.
Yeah,
Of
like
the,
powdered
you know.
garlic on the crust and all
I
that
usually
shit.
make
It's
up
like,
for it with garlic
fucking hell.
sauce. I get my garlic kick with the sauce factor. I still put A tier because if you give me a pizza with garlic on it, I'm going to be happy about it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, garlic made it to A tier.
Let's
Next
go.
up, we got this is green onions. It kind of looks like a jalapeno. It is not. This is a green pepper, not green onion.
Okay, I was like green onions.
Green peppers
onions is a
are.
strong-
I feel like they're just like a splash of color that livens up a pizza, but it doesn't really do anything for me beyond the
Max.
color.
Yeah,
Your fucking
honestly,
favorite pizza. This is one of the ingredients. Like the Philly cheesesteak pizza, green onions
I-
is one of the
it's
primary ingredients. You're
green-
not
I,
gonna put
I
that in
would.
your
I
recipe.
could. I. You know. I could take it or leave it.
no, yeah, because I'll do onions. Green peppers are like a,
Dude,
it's
Lou
like a,
always
text,
keeps
it's like a
receipts on
texture.
Max.
Yeah,
Huh?
green peppers a texture
The whole
thing. Of
thing
like
was like,
it just adds
yeah.
a nice crunch.
Put your favorite
agree. It's
ingredients
just
together in
texture.
S tier, and green peppers is literally when you order a Philly cheesesteak with the onions, one of the primary ingredients, and when you built it at Papa John's, that was a included ingredient every time. So I feel like if
Yeah.
you're fighting for your favorite thing to be S tier, then why would you?
The
not?
Domino's one doesn't have green peppers on it, does
Okay.
it, Paul?
Or we don't add them. We don't add them.
Oh, we don't add them. Okay, yeah, because we build our own there. Yeah, so I usually don't add them when I order it. Like the one that we get.
Good save. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like Paul's bailing you out here, but
I don't know. I don't remember our pizza ever having green onions on them.
Well, if you just think about
green
a Philly
peppers, sorry.
cheesesteak, Philly cheesesteaks just have.
I wouldn't put green
green
peppers on a green
But
on
no,
a Philly
I think-
cheesesteak either.
It's
I do
part of
think
the
that-
part of the classic recipe for Philly cheesesteak. When you order the actual sandwich, is onions and green peppers. It's on like every single one.
God, I'm so
Yeah, I go for
fucking-
the onion and mushroom cheesesteaks.
you know, so I think green peppers, even though they're kind of bland, like Paul said, they have a good utility in it. That there's like a freshness factor, there's like a crunch factor, you get a little texture, and
Color
honestly,
splash of green.
of all of the most popular pizzas, which is like Supreme, green peppers are on it every single time. So I personally put
This is a cheap ingredient, Mark. Just realize that. It's
That's
a cheap
true.
ingredient.
That's a good call, Mark. Supreme pizza is like, but I'll also say Supreme is not my favorite pizza. Like if I go to
Yeah.
Costco, pepperoni over Supreme pizza. Supreme has too much shit on
Yeah.
it. Like
Supreme's
dumped too
good,
much.
and
True,
the
yeah.
thing that makes it too much shit is stuff like the green pepper to me, because it's just like this. I could take it or leave it, and like honestly, there's
Yeah.
already a lot of shit on here. I'd rather not crowd this.
It's
space
like
with
it's like the
green pepper.
lettuce of pizza. Like you know.
Yeah, there you go. It's like lettuce in a
Yeah.
burrito. Like it
It
doesn't need
has
to be
a
here.
role. It has a clear role to kind of balance out some of the heaviness. I think
The roll
I
is to
think-
take up space to make you feel like you're getting more like toppings, Mark. That's the roll.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
green
I agree.
peppers are solid A tier to me. Even
I
though
voted
they're kind of
C tier.
bland, they're the perfect vegetable to balance out a pizza, and give you a little bit of cold crunch to it.
Cold crunch. Why is it cold? It was
Well,
just
yeah,
in the
what
oven,
the
Mark.
fuck?
Sorry, crisp crunch is what I was going for. Yeah,
Oh, okay, good.
because you would cook it. I mean, KY says that you would put it on after bake. That's a personal decision, but most
insane,
places would
KY.
most places would put it on and cook it with it.
No, you're nuts. If you're putting it on there afterwards, that's too much crunch. That's like, I don't want to feel like I'm biting into like a apple when I'm eating my pizza.
It's science.
Like I think it's not bad. I just think like it just
It's C
doesn't
tier.
deserve
If
it.
all
It's
of
like a
the C tier,
C.
it's C tier.
Wow, it's a tie between B and C. So I think
But A got 2, so it's gonna be in
pulls to
B.
A, or
Okay,
pulls to B.
pulling it up to B.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
okay with that. I'm
I'm
okay,
okay with it in B as well, I guess. That was a little more aggressive. I just don't find it very versatile. It
B
belongs
tier-
on a combo pizza, and that's kind of it.
I'm never mad when there's green peppers on my pizza. Like it's
Yeah,
like a
that's
pretty
a fair
indifferent
point.
ingredient for me. I'm not gonna choose,
yeah.
except
I
the
kinda
only time I
nothing
would
else.
was like a Philly cheesesteak pizza, and that's also because like you're probably only ordering 2 toppings on your Philly cheesesteak pizza. But like when you're not
3
being cheap and you order the actual like pre-made Philly cheesesteak pizzas, they do have green onions on them. Like I worked at Papa John's, that shit was included. But if you're making your own from scratch and you only can choose 2, you're probably doing onions and then Philly cheesesteak. But that would be like the most
Onions and
scenario
mushroom.
I'm ordering is the Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, I'll go for the third ingredients, but it's mushrooms over green pepper every time. So onions, mushrooms, and Philly cheesesteak meat.
I mean,
on a white sauce pizza.
I guess that is a really good point. That it is from the restaurant's perspective, an easy way to throw on a topping that's really cheap. I didn't really think about that in that way.
So this one I think is pretty trash. This is ground beef, specifically ground beef. We have sliced
Ground
beef
beef.
steak. I feel like, what pizzas do you eat this on? There's like, if you're getting like a
Hamburger
weird, like,
pizza.
cheeseburger pizza, or if you're getting like a
Yeah.
taco
You eat the
pizza.
shitty ones.
I feel like this is only
Cheeseburger
used on like
pizza,
weird.
Yeah.
pizzas.
I don't know. Cheeseburger pizza just makes me think like, oh, I
And-
could have been eating a cheeseburger.
Yeah, and this
You know
isn't
what, though?
sausage. There's like, it doesn't.
There's
It might
ground
look like
sausage,
sausage.
yeah.
It's not sausage.
We have sausage. We have both sliced and like the ground sausage. So those are coming up.
I think this one also comes on like a weird
You know,
like.
this is a good call. Mexican pizza. I like a Mexican pizza.
Yeah,
I
I
do
was
not
about to say,
consider a
it's like
Mexican
a
pizza pizza.
Mexican
though.
pizza.
A Mexican pizza is like a tostada.
But
It's
there
not
is
even a pizza.
taco pizzas out there. Taco pizza is 100% a thing at a lot of pizza places.
They're not very good.
They're not though.
That's
I agree.
exactly, yeah. This is like a
Eat
suburban
fucking
taco
burrito,
pizza.
Don't eat taco pizza.
This is like a basic bitch pizza of like cheeseburger
Yes.
pizza and taco pizza. It's what like a really like a suburban housewife does for her kids, but she's not that good at cooking, but thinks she is. That's like
Yeah.
that's ground beef taco cheeseburger pizzas to me. I'd say
Yeah.
C tier at best because there
I'm
can be
putting
good
D.
iterations of that, but I really don't
I
think
put D
ground beef.
tier.
and it's too
Yeah,
greasy.
this one's
like
D.
when it cooks, it has so much fat in it that you're adding more grease on top of your already greasy pizza.
It's just not a
This
pizza
is-
topping. I'm
This
sorry.
is
I
what
like ground
I
beef.
would literally speak up and it'd be like, why is there ground beef on this pizza, Mark? I thought you made pizzas, not fucking abominations.
Yeah, that's true. And you're right. I would just eat a burger or eat a taco.
Yeah.
There are far more better applications on it. It's weird to me. I'm not saying you can't make a good pizza with it, but it's just
But
it's a
name
shitty
one.
topping. It's a shitty topping.
But can you name one?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I
Name
don't.
one.
I can't from memory pull out a pizza that I ate with ground beef on it that really sticks with me in any way.
Yeah.
No.
Oh wow, Jeff is coming in hot against anchovies. Anchovies already got fucked on, like dumped into D tier. I disagree with that. Anchovies are.
Yeah, honestly, it was.
I agree with
closer
you,
than
Jeff.
think,
I don't
honestly.
like anchovies. Everybody else is against me on the panel, but
On the
anchovies,
panel,
they-
but
they
the
ruin a
audience
whole
voted
restaurant.
into D tier.
Wow, that was a firm D tier. 6 votes for
Let's see.
ground
Oh,
beef in D tier.
wait, someone
into
voted
the dumper.
S tier? Out yourselves, you fucking.
Yeah, who the fuck? Name the pizza that had. Name the fucking pizza that had the ground beef on it that it was S tier.
all right, this is where Mark's gonna get fucking.
Oh my god.
Mark
Oh.
loves ham. We've all been told.
Dude, Canadian bacon sucks. It is dumpster tier. It's shitty. It's a waste of space. It like when you try to eat it, like you bite it and it always pulls, so you can never get like a real bite of it because you accidentally pull the whole slice every. fucking
Everyone
time.
vote S tier just to piss
It's
off
way
Mark.
too
Everyone
big.
vote S tier just to piss off
One
Mark.
slice that takes up one slice of Canadian bacon that takes up the entirety of like half of your slice of pizza. It sucks. It's not useful. It's sweet and tastes like shit when you could have real bacon that tastes good.
Wait, what kind of ham is it? Is it like honey
Oh,
baked
shit.
ham?
Mark's not looking good for you. There's 6 S tier votes.
What a joke! You're
It's
gonna
gonna be the only thing in S tier.
Oh my god. I hate Canadian bacon so much. It's so bad. It's like
can't
takes
believe
real
there's no
bacon and processes it down to make it it's like putting like sandwich meat on a pizza. It's like you just
I'm eating this on Hawaiian pizza. I'm eating this on Meat Lovers pizza. I don't think it's out of place on a combo pizza, like the little slices of ham. I'm not mad about it.
It has all
yeah.
the worst
S tier
qualities
is
of
nuts.
bacon. Like bacon is like salty, it's smoky. Canadian bacon has none of that.
I'm with Mark, where literally every single setting that I would put ham on a pizza, bacon's better. It's just a worse version of bacon.
I feel like if it's alongside
You can use
bacon,
both.
though, it's not. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like if it's also there, then I feel like
I don't need that much pork
pretty
though,
bad
because I already have pepperoni. I'm gonna do pepperoni and bacon over like ham every time. If you're gonna do multiple cuts of pork on a pizza, there's multiple better cuts.
it's 8 S tier votes now.
8 S tier votes.
Oh
Mark.
my
It's
God.
only
We want-
S tier.
We
I've
want an
been
apology with tears. With tears.
I will die on this
Yeah.
hill. I think
At
Canadian
least
bacon
3
is a
sentences.
wasted topping. If you give me 3-4 toppings, it will never have Canadian bacon ever. And Lou makes a good point. Like Canadian bacon is typically a Hawaiian pizza. It's a staple of Hawaiian pizza. But if you put real bacon and pineapple, even that personally is not a pineapple person, it's far superior. So you can have Hawaiian pizzas that are much better without Canadian bacon than with.
All of your arguments were not working. Mark, it made it to S
Oh
tier.
my
S
God.
tier.
I challenge you to do bacon, regular bacon, and pineapple, and see if you like that better. I
I
challenge
also
every one
agree
of
with
you.
that. We're gonna do hot sauce. I put a picture of Frank's Red Hot, but this is just any hot sauce. Do you put hot sauce on your pizza or do you not? Let's find out. I
Hot sauce is
personally,
pretty good.
I don't know if I'm white trash, but I
Am I
like
just
putting
doing
hot
hot
sauce on
sauce
all
or
pizza.
Frank's Red Hot specifically? Just hot
Just
sauce?
hot sauce.
All hot sauce. Any
Just
hot
all
sauce.
hot
Your
sauce.
favorite.
Frank's
Your favorite
Frank's
type
is
of hot
my hot sauce of choice, but any hot sauce, I just needed a bottle. Like it doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah,
I will
I
be right back. I'm gonna
Tapatio every time. I like Tapatio, Sriracha, probably Tapatio.
Cholula's great.
Cholula,
Cholula,
yeah.
yeah.
Dude,
Valentina,
this is fucking S tier, dude. If
pineapple
you don't
and
put
ham-
hot sauce on your pizza, you're doing it wrong. It's 100% S tier.
I feel like Prince X Phoenix is forgetting about ham on the Meat Lovers pizza too, because I feel like it belongs there.
Yeah, sometimes it's on Supremes as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not out of place either. It's not a bad pizza topping. It's not S tier though. That was to spite Mark, I think. Let's see, hot sauce. I definitely do put some hot sauce, but not on all of my pizzas. I'm gonna
I
say
don't know.
A tier.
I mean, I get that some people are into spice and some are not, but if you like spice in any way, shape, or form, I would be surprised if anyone who likes spicy pepper, spicy anything, doesn't put hot sauce on their pizza.
Yeah, you put hot sauce on your pizza all the time, Paul. I feel like you kind of do.
I would say
Kind
Buffalo could be in this realm as well. I mean, Frank's is a buffalo sauce, so yeah. I mean, this encompasses all hot sauces, so Buffalo would be part of it. Yeah.
I
Also,
feel like
you have the hot sauce marinated chicken that you could put on there. I mean, there's many applications.
Yeah, I don't know that. I think like if I go to a pizza place and they don't have hot sauces, I wouldn't consider that a pizza crime.
I don't trust like that.
If they don't have hot sauces like on the table, like you want to see like Cholula and stuff on the table at the pizza restaurant.
I guess that's a good point. I mean, I don't think that's typical to always have hot sauce in as like a side. They usually give you like red pepper flakes for that.
Like red pepper flakes and like Parmesan cheese. If they don't have that, I'd be like, this is kind of sus.
Yeah.
But if
One
they
thing
didn't have
I'll
hot
say
sauce,
about
it wouldn't
hot
be
sauce
a crime.
is it's way more necessary on a bad pizza than a good pizza. If a pizza is really good, it doesn't need hot sauce. But if I'm eating at like Little Caesars or even like Domino's, like the lesser pizza chains, it's like much more necessary for me to dump hot sauce on top of it. But if it's a really nice pizza with like really good crust where everything just tastes really good, I feel like hot sauce is less necessary.
Yeah, hot sauce is good on pizza, so I'm not mad. But I think our S tier is kind of out of whack already.
I don't think it's a pizza crime to not have hot sauce, but I do think it's pretty common to not put it on the table, but like have it either at home or marinate stuff with hot sauce or things like that.
Yeah, that's definitely useful.
All right, thank God. Order is restored after Canadian Bacon. That hot sauce is an S.
Yeah, dude. Hot sauce and pizza. Hot sauce and ham. Hell yeah.
So far, our S tier pizza is just pizza with probably just red sauce, mozzarella, ham, and hot sauce.
Next up is jalapenos.
Jalapenos are fucking bomb. I think pepperoni jalapeno
Oh, Max,
is like.
come on. No, Max, back off. You always pick your jalapenos off every pizza we ever have.
Well, you fucking like order them with like insane amounts of jalapenos. Yeah, I pick like half of them off. I don't need to like have 2 jalapenos per bite. One's enough.
Do you think I have control over how much jalapenos they put on?
I mean, yeah, when you order extra jalapenos, that's you telling them to add it.
I don't. I'll pull up the scripts, dude. I got receipts. I've never
All right,
asked for extra
pull out
jalapenos.
receipts. You fucking get jalapenos. Like, I don't know. Also, I'll just toss them on your half, and then you have like.
Yeah. So I mean, you're just talking
Also,
about
when we go to eat like
when
we go to eat like pho or something, you're always like, "Can you bring me like a bowl of just jalapenos?" Which is like.
Yeah, because I love jalapenos.
Paul's spice tolerance is insanely high.
I'm just saying that Max says that jalapenos.
I like them on pizza. I think jalapeno pepperoni.
I've never seen you eat one. This is what I'm saying is this is stolen valor. Is what you're saying. You're saying that you love jalapenos.
I'm voting A tier.
Dude, I love jalapenos on. I think jalapenos are awesome. They are the if you like spice, you are putting jalapenos on your pizza. So not everyone likes spice, not everyone likes peppers, but if you're trying to kick it up a notch, you're putting jalapenos on your shit because that is typically the spiciest option you can get at most pizza spaces. So I think it's S tier, dude.
And if you're me, you're being a little sparing about it, and you're getting shit on by your fucking partner about how like apparently I don't eat any of them just because I pick half of them off if it's like drenched in jalapenos.
I've never seen you eat one. Every time we even order a sandwich, I'm like, hey, do you want jalapenos? He's like, no, I can't.
We're talking about pizza right now, aren't we? I'm sorry, I thought we were talking about pizza. Yeah, jalapenos on the sandwich. I'd put those in like C tier maybe. Not quite dumpster, but I might be picking half of them.
He's backpedaling.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! What, you want me to just eat a jalapeno or something just to shut you up?
I think
we have some in the fridge.
Yeah.
I don't think we do. So
there is.
I would
A tier. All right, jalapenos finishing A tier. Now we're moving on to mushrooms. I guess this is Max's argument.
This is my S tier for fucking damn sure. Mushrooms belong on every fucking pizza.
I think we're being a little stingy on S tier. I think people are like pretty.
Really I think it's about right.
Ham and hot sauce.
But we haven't gotten to pepperoni or
mushrooms.
Sausage or all.
Wow, someone's coming in hot.
We haven't gotten to like the bangers yet.
Yeah,
dude, mushrooms. We're on a banger right now.
I think this is our first like.
Oh my god! I'll go check if we have jalapenos. We don't have jalapenos.
Oh yeah, come on. Paul lives there. There is clearly peppers and spicy peppers.
Wow. Okay, so I'm sorry. What's going on right now?
Max is gonna eat a jalapeno.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised. I would be surprised if there isn't some spicy pepper in your fridge right now.
Okay.
Should we try to eat those? Did you eat that weird sour candy the other night?
I did.
How sour?
It wasn't too sour. It was like Warhead style. I was like, I thought it'd be way more sour because the thing was like warning. And I was like, all right.
It looks intimidating.
But yeah, mushrooms are a quintessential pizza topping. I feel like they are so synonymous, like pepperoni mushroom. They're on Supreme pizzas. Any popular pizzas out there, pepperoni mushroom olive. It always has mushrooms on it. It's very effective as a pizza topping. Adds a little bit of I don't know, little earthy, mellowing flavors out there. Can't go wrong. And a lot of people don't like mushrooms texture-wise, but for some reason, I feel like a lot of people will tolerate mushrooms on pizza and nowhere else.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I think I have nothing bad to say about this.
Mahala says he's not lying though. My Spanish ass has tons of peppers in my fridge.
I'm not profiling. I've known Paul for 20 years. I see him eat all the time. I swear to God, he always.
That's true. Mark watches all my mukbang videos. He's my #1 subscriber, actually.
Yeah.
He's always like, eat more jalapenos, eat more peppers for me.
How many can you fit in your mouth? Show me.
Yeah.
I will say mushrooms are pretty divisive. We have 58% at S tier, 33%.
What is that? Like half a slice?
You're muted. You're all on mute.
It's mason jar that we made. Is that still fucking how old are these?
Dude, like very old.
He's scared. Look at that. He's scared of it.
They're very old. Here, see.
It's like a pickle jalapeno.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that we have fresh ones, but I like jalapenos. I don't know what's the big deal, Paul.
Well, show us your face as you chew it. Is he
Can
enjoying
dads
it?
do something?
It's not that spicy.
Yeah, one.
I don't know what you expected. I don't know what you're talking shit. Like, yeah, I don't like my pizza drenched in jalapenos, but call me out.
Personally, I prefer fresh jalapenos than pickled jalapenos. Like pickled jalapenos on nachos, fresh jalapenos on pizza.
Fresh
I like
jalapenos on pizza. I like them pickled, yeah.
Well, the fresh ones
I go fresh. I also add fresh jalapenos to my fucking Five Guys burger, Paul. So eat a dick. Those are spicy as fuck.
All right, the next one is onions. And the thing I'll say about onions is onions isn't one of my favorite ingredients on pizza, but it is so fucking versatile. Because, like, as we're saying, like the Philly cheesesteak pizza, if you're getting a barbecue chicken pizza, if you're getting even like the chicken bacon ranch pizza, like those all have fucking onions on them. Onions are on a lot of pizzas, caramelized or raw. Like, they're very versatile, even though it's not an ingredient I think I order super often.
Dude, onions are like garlic to me. I throw on onions in everything. They're fucking good, dude.
So good.
I'm voting S tier for onions as well.
You can do caramelized onions. You got red onions. You got yellow onions. You got pickled onions. I mean, it works in every iteration.
All right, Mark. Here's a pitch, dude. French onion soup pizza.
Interesting. So
what is that the whole pitch?
You'd have like
That's
caramelized onion and then like the cheese like kind of baked over top kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you make the sauce underneath from like
what kind of cheese do they typically put on top? Is that like white cheddar or something, or
let's Google it.
But what's like the
could be
base?
mozzarella.
What would you do as the base?
What do you mean,
like as a sauce
mean?
base?
You could just reduce French onion soup and use that as a sauce.
That's a good point. We used to do one at Zeke's that was like the Legion of Shroom, and it had a caramelized onion paste as the base, and then a bunch of different types of mushrooms on top.
Ooh. That sounds
So
pretty
I
fun.
could dig that. Yeah, you could have like the breadcrumbs or something, or some sort of crunchy textured
crust.
thing, and then like, I guess that's true. And then have like the Swiss cheese or something kind of caramelized on top.
Yeah, this one's super split. We got 30% S, 30% B, and 30% D, with one vote at 10% at A. So,
Dude, I don't know. I fucking love
be a
onions.
D
I'm
for
not
me,
like
guys.
red onions are
Onions are
kind of
so
sharp.
good.
They're a little spicier. So some people may not like those like really fresh onion
The
kind of
pickled
thing.
red onions, those are
But
fucking
pickled
fire.
red onions are bomb, and yellow onions are a little milder, and I typically do those. On
so where do we put this, guys? Do we put it in B because it's in between D and S, or do we put it in A because A has one vote and that's in between them as well?
Let's be
I'd say-
fucking.
Oh, it's a three-way tie. Holy shit!
I'd say
But then the one other vote is an A,
D.
so we'd put it closer to
Let's
the
be
higher than
let's be fascist and just ignore those votes and put it in S tier.
I'm putting it in A.
We'll do the
Yeah,
electoral
I
college
would say
style
the
where we
3
just
S
revote.
tier votes with the A pulling it up. I would put it in A.
Okay.
Okay, onions feel like they belong in A to me as well. At least A.
Next
I
one.
can't believe people are voting D on onions.
I feel like
for
I'll
pizza.
ride for this for S tier. This is what tier is Parmesan cheese?
I'm putting Parmesan on almost every pizza if it's available. It soaks
Dude,
up
I
some
mean,
of that.
people put so much Parmesan on their pizza, they literally have a shaker at every single table, at
Yeah.
every single place you go, and they give you packets if you order to go. I mean,
I
Parmesan
think-
and pizza are like peas and carrots. It's like
Mark,
it's like
you were
40
saying
a penny.
this also should represent all hard cheeses, though.
I would say so. Yeah, like if you have, I think there's a kind of a spectrum of hard cheeses you could put on there. Like,
What other hard cheeses are you doing other than Parmesan?
I guess at pizza restaurants, I don't know, but you know, like there's like shredded Parmesan, or they have like shredded Parmesan and
Like, you know, when you get like the
mixtures and
3
stuff.
cheese pizzas, and they have like sometimes they'll have another like shredded hard cheese in there, right? Like,
Yeah, they'll be like
I don't-
Asiago or Romano or things like that.
yeah, I'm not smart enough at
Okay.
cheese science to know the names of them, but there's like
Yeah,
when
I
you get
know
like a
what
4 or
Asiago
5 cheese
is,
pizza,
yeah.
there's usually something besides Parmesan
They
in there.
usually
That's
give you
also-
like the powder Parmesan at the table, but if you're putting on a pizza, it's like the shredded kind. But
Yeah.
I think it just adds like a salty punch. It adds like a little extra cheesy slap
do you
on it.
prefer? Do you prefer like the dusted Parmesan that you get like in that shaker, like in the picture, or do you prefer like the one that you'd grate like yourself?
I like
or
the grated kind, to be honest. I think it's more flavorful. The powdered stuff, not so much. But then again, I mean, if I got powdered Parmesan on the table, I'm gonna put it on my slice.
Snort it.
yeah, just we do a couple lines.
I don't know. Parmesan red pepper is like as quintessential pizza as it gets. I would say you got to put it in S tier.
Yeah,
yeah, this one was
I don't
almost
know,
not
I
worth
agree.
adding, but
I would prefer honestly I like the powdered Parmesan over the sliced.
Why? Is
grated
it
one.
just because it like melts faster or gets like?
I like the texture of it. I like it like absorbs all the grease and stuff better.
I use the powder sometimes when I'm making mac and cheese. If I add too much milk and butter and it's too watery, I just throw that powder in there, and it's like the cheese sauce. It just like thickens. It's a
Yeah,
thickening
just
agent.
like
That shit's
absorbs
bomb.
stuff really well. I
And then
agree
you get
with
an
that.
extra flavor of cheese in your mac and cheese too.
Yeah,
It's a pro tip, everybody. Life hack. Put more cheese in your mac and cheese, and it is extra cheesy. Let's see, what does Bob say? One time I took the top off a red pepper shaker and took a huge mouthful and chewed it up and ate it when I was like 15. That can't be good. That's got to be spicy and also not that good.
could be good. That stuff is good when it's like
You know-
you take that same pepper oil and put it in some olive oil. And
All right,
Yeah.
Parmesan S tier, where it
Spicy oil.
belongs. See, S tier is starting to populate now. And this one,
yeah,
it's not S tier. I'll fight everybody in the audience at the same time. I was ready for a fist fight. This is pepperoni. If you don't like pepperoni,
Oh,
like
pepperoni,
you shouldn't
yeah.
be eating pizza. It's not-
pepperoni pizza is also pepperoni is the pizza ingredient.
Yeah, I
It's
just don't
hard
know
to
how you
argue.
can not like pepperoni. You might as well just not like pizza at that point.
Wait, did you say you used to not like, or what? How did the sentence?
No, I
start?
can't understand someone who could like pizza and dislike pepperoni in the same sentence. I just don't.
I don't
those two
even
things
understand how
can't
somebody can
coexist.
dislike pepperoni. Like, take pizza out of it. Pepperoni is just a delicious treat. It's a cured meat stick. Who doesn't love that shit?
Got a little
Yeah.
spice to it, you know. It crisps up really good. There's like when you buy pepperoni, like from a food purveyor, you can
There's
choose
different
the-
kinds.
You can choose the
Like,
thinness.
yeah.
So if you can go extra thin, and then it'll kind of like crisp up when you cook it and get a little cup, and then it
Oh
kind of
yeah,
holds
and all the
up into
grease
the
holds
grease.
it. Hold all the grease.
Yeah, a
Little
little
grease
and then you
holder.
can drink the grease right out of the little pepperoni cup.
Yeah, dude. So it's a banger, dude.
Yeah, you fill those little cups with Parmesan powder so that it.
Mhm.
Hey,
absorbs
whoever
all the
voted
grease.
D, like that can't be a real vote. That's got to be a
No.
troll vote. There's no fucking way.
Yeah,
That's-
unless you're vegetarian,
that's
I feel like
big
that's. Even if you're vegetarian, I feel like you still like pepperoni. You just don't eat it because of like, moral issues.
Yeah, you just you
Wish
want
you
to.
could eat it, but you don't.
Yeah, it's like being a nun, right? You don't partake in sex, but you know sex is good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
you know you want it. You still think about it.
Yeah, you still think about it. You want it real bad, but you just can't.
Yeah,
There's
that's
some-
part of
There's
the.
some like I was looking at movies to watch on Amazon, and there's like some nun revenge movie that's on there that people are recommending. I don't know why that just popped in my
there's
head.
also Velocipaster, I believe.
Velocipaster's good.
Yeah, It really
Yeah.
got snubbed at the Academy Awards. I'll tell you that.
They haven't even announced them yet, right?
This movie came out like 3-4 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
It's just some
I guess
trash
I'm-
deep
it
cut
is late.
Netflix movie.
Yeah.
It's
It
really
is
bad.
late to the
It looks like
Velocitrap.
people like made it like they were like film students. It's really bad. But it's like
All
funny.
right, S1 as it should have, and let's move on to what's this next one? Pesto. Pesto, I feel like is a dark horse. I love pesto.
Pesto does like it's another one of those that kind of kicks everything up a notch. Bam.
I think pesto's better than white sauce, even as far as like A tier goes. I don't know.
I feel like pesto's really good, but it's kind of one lane. Like there's usually like a specific, just like the margarita, people use it in a very specific way. It's like pesto, Parmesan, and tomatoes, and that's like what they always do.
It's fantastic. I feel like
Yeah.
pesto is good with chicken. Like you can do a pesto chicken, or you can do
Yeah.
like a pesto with sausage is good as well.
Mhm.
Like I'd say pesto isn't quite as good with like pepperoni and pork, but
Yeah.
it's not quite as versatile as some of the other sauces. I'll give it that. But like what it does real fucking well.
Yeah, it's really good. I would
Yeah.
put it in A. I don't think it's as universal. Like no matter what you do, pesto's bomb on any pizza. But I do think it's really fucking good, and I put it in A tier.
Yeah.
I
Seeing
think you, also do,
basil.
like,
in-
you can also like, do like drizzles, which is great. So you don't have to just have it on
Oh,
the
yeah.
sauce. You can just drizzle a little bit, kick it up a notch.
Yeah, nice pesto drizzle on the
IMKY
crust. dude.
says it is good for crust dipping.
Oh,
or
yeah,
like
that
if you
too.
put it on
Crust
like
dipping,
breadsticks or
ugh.
something, like some pesto cheese sticks. Ooh man.
Yeah, the other place
Yeah.
where the
Come
Gorilla
back up
Pizza had
to A.
these like Parmesan like little crispy things, and there would be like pesto on top of the pizza. That was amazing.
Yeah. We should get another.
Prince X Phoenix says try some Pepto on your pizza. Get some Pepto Bismol. Get some pink sauce on
You
your
gotta
pizza.
get a little Pepto dipping sauce, you know?
Nah.
Get a little pink cup on the side.
Ew. Both
Yeah,
those things are.
I've
give
done
me
like
no for me.
pesto. It's like pesto, bacon, and gorgonzola on breadsticks. Highly recommend.
God damn, that sounds good.
Fucking good.
You do like that Pepto Bismol bomb where you just have a glass full of Pepto and you drop like a shot of whiskey into it and then drink.
That's a thing.
Just chug the whole thing.
I'll pass
Wow,
on
Mark,
that
I
one.
thought you were a foodie.
Yeah, dude. What? The
Dude,
Pepto
yeah, you
bomb.
just, like
Pepto bomb.
you pop a Tide Pod, then you drop a whiskey into your Bismol, and then you drink your scissor to wash it down.
It's just you drop the little whiskey into the pink glass and it disappears into the pinkness and then you chug the
All
whole
right.
thing.
We got our probably our most divisive pizza topping of all time next, which is pineapple.
Come. Oh, sorry.
We now
Pineapple is the only fruit that you put on pizza.
the age-old question of does pineapple belong on pizza? I guess, as Paul is saying, I'll follow through with Paul's argument. It makes your cum taste better, so you can eat pizza and make your cum taste better if you put pineapples on it. So that's
Yeah, you
that's
take
one
the-
argument for it.
You take someone out to a pizza date, you put extra pineapple on your pizza, you know, set yourself up for success later on.
Yeah. You can also get a head start by just eating pineapple the day before and shit.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, it just doesn't belong. It's just like I hate when people add fruit to like savory foods. It's like it does not. It's a weird thing.
Bob is our expert, and he says pizza makes your cum taste bad, so it just cancels it out.
And
So
you
if
know
put
this
pineapple in your
from
pizza-
experience, Bob.
what's her name?
He's like, he
Science.
tastes to come after every meal, so it's like, oh, pizza
Yeah.
doesn't really work well with
Yeah.
this.
Bob is our
Awesome.
official cum connoisseur, and
Commentary.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I already said it earlier, but one of my favorite pizzas is jalapeno, pineapple, bacon. So I feel like I don't know. It's hard for me to put an
Pineapple-
S tier. I'll put it in A tier. I don't know if it's S, but pineapple is on one of my favorite pizzas. So
I just don't get it. I don't fault people for liking it. I just don't get it. It's like too sweet. It's like got all like that kind of watery pineapple shit like that it soaks in. It's just it like adds all this extra moisture on top of the pizza. Like maybe some
Yeah.
caramelized pineapple could, if you like caramelized it, it'd be like a little bit better. But you're honestly just putting lipstick on a pig here. I don't get it. I don't get it.
King
Dumpster
says
tier.
it should
No,
be
that's
the
in the
legendary
fucking
tier, above the S tier.
I don't know.
I'm okay. And
Yeah.
what other combinations of like pizza are you putting this besides like pepperoni or bacon or Canadian bacon? Like what other stuff would go well
Jeff
with this?
says jalapeno, pineapple, and black olives is his pizza of choice.
And that's how you give yourself diarrhea, or
That's the recipe for mustard gas.
Damn, they made it best here. We got pineapple.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Like I've seen pineapple on pizzas with like chicken, bacon, pineapple, and like onions or whatever, or like pickled onions. I mean, there is some other options, but honestly, Paul, I agree with Paul. There's only like a couple iterations that people do pineapple, but I guess of those few, people love it. I don't get it.
It got S tier, you guys.
It's like,
I voted the high just because like,
cube. It's
that's literally one of like the 3 pizzas in rotation that I would order from like Domino's like regularly as a pineapple pizza. All right, so we're doing the next one. We're moving on to what is this? This is roasted red peppers.
Hot sauce.
Oh.
So this is similar to green peppers, but I believe these are pre-roasted. Like they've been roasted before you put them on the pizza, so they're like cooked already.
Yeah.
Mark, you probably know more about this than I do.
Yeah, they're kind of cooked already. So green peppers are more like a fresh pepper. These are more like kind of a softer texture. They're usually like, preserved in oil, and they kind of got like a little char on them, so they're a little smoky. A little sweet. So I would say they're a little like softer. They're almost like a noodly texture, for lack of a better word. But I do think it has a good roll. I think it gives you like a little bit of a little smoky texture or smoky flavor to cut through some stuff. It's a good complement to a lot of spicy meats. Like if you do sausage and red pepper or pepperoni and red pepper.
I put it kind of with like green pepper, where this is just like, I'm never going to take this off a pizza, but it's also not something I'm putting on a pizza. Like, it's like I appreciate it when it's there, but it's not something I'm going after in my custom pizza creation.
I don't know.
This one's split in the room. We got a vote for every tier.
I'd say it's pretty solid. I don't think it's like a must-have to me. I put it in B. Like I appreciate it when it's there. I don't really think it's like this.
Yeah,
I'm not ordering it.
Absolutely can't go without, but it has a role.
Yeah, Paul, you want me to give you some jalapenos so you can snack on them?
I like them on sandwiches. Roast red pepper on a nice.
I do keep seeing these like jalapeno like little crisps at the store. I'm like, I should just get those.
Those are bomb, dude. Jalapeno. There's like this brand of like store-bought popcorn that's like already popped. We just open it like a bag of chips and it's popcorn that has like these jalapeno crisps, like freeze-dry jalapenos in them too. God, those are good. Super good. It's like crisp.
Okay,
I don't know.
so
Jalapeno in your popcorn is a good move too, by the way. If you're at the movie theater, just like add jalapenos, pickled jalapenos to popcorn. Paul does that, and I eat those. So I don't know why you're tripping earlier.
Moving on, that landed firmly in B tier. We're moving on to sausage, and this is sausage. This is like the chunks of sausage, like the picture
like
right
sweet.
here.
It's like a sweet meat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
But
like
we do have
sausage. Yeah,
ground sausage, but we also have the sliced sausage. What is this one called? I already forgot, Mark.
like salami.
Yeah, salami. So we have salami separate. So if you're looking for like that is going to be voted on later. But this
are
is
like
your
the
just
little,
all right,
the
Mark.
little balls of sausage. Now, I will say this has the same issues as black peppers, is that they often fall off the slice. But
Yeah.
it's really fucking good. And it's like usually like spice sausage. You get a little spiciness in there. I mean, any meat lovers pizza has this.
Yeah.
Millions of iterations use ground sausage. It's a really solid topping. The ball thing is kind of nice because you get a little sausage per bite. So you get a little like perfect bite kind of style. So
Yeah.
I'd
It's
say
like-
S tier.
sausage is just like the worst version of pepperoni on a pizza. Like this is kind of your staple outside of pepperoni if you're going to get a meat, in my opinion. But to me, it's just worse than pepperoni. Sausage is solid. Like I'm fine with the sausage pizza, but it's not my favorite meat.
I'd say it's a good 1-2 punch. You lead with the pepperoni and then you follow with the ground sausage. I mean, it's like the Robin to Batman. It just elevates what's around it.
Yeah. Sausage
Just
is not
getting something
S
that
tier.
says pineapple legendary above S tier. Our mods are
I don't know.
tier sausage. Looks like A is winning. A is what I voted for because it's like, yeah, I don't think it's as good as pepperoni, but like, I'm never going to be upset if you put sausage on one of my pizzas. Sausage is solid.
Yeah,
Good
sausage is
selection.
No
good.
comment.
You don't like sausage? I don't know. It's for me. It's like it's a staple to some pretty specific
Yeah.
pizzas. Like
I guess
meat
on a
lovers and stuff.
meat lovers, it's fine.
Yeah, it has to be there.
That's true. Meat lovers. Meat lovers usually has like pepperoni, bacon, and sausage, right?
I see Mark Lutke's a fucking coward for this next one.
What? What's the next one?
I don't know.
All right, A tier 1.
A tier's fine. Or A tier, I feel like that A tier pizza would be good, like a white sauce pizza with bacon, chicken, ranch,
And pesto.
garlic. Yeah, pesto,
Feta.
green onions, red onions, and sausage. I'm eating that pizza.
Okay, so our next one is spinach. I don't know. Spinach is a pretty like.
Trash.
I like spinach. I just feel like it's not very versatile. Like, how many pizzas can you put spinach on?
Yeah.
Pretty much you and Popeye would put spinach on fucking pizza.
Yeah.
Mark, what would you
me
put?
too
You're
for
this.
me.
You're the real pizza combo guy. What would you put spinach on for pizza?
I don't know. Usually, like veggie pizzas will have some spinach on it.
Yeah,
Um,
that seems about right.
It wilts a little bit. Like I've seen them where they do like, ranch-based ones, and then you do like spinach and like bacon or sausage and tomato and things like that. But it wilts and it gets kind of like shrunk. And honestly, like cooked spinach is always a weird texture to me because it's just kind of like, I don't know, just goopy or slimy or something.
Mahalo says ricotta, tomato, and spinach with a virgin oil base. That sounds
Yeah,
pretty
that
fucking
sounds
good.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Or
I'll
you
say that's
do-
also like you've seen spinach on pizzas that are like actual, like, in Italy where they don't even throw cheese in all their pizzas, or they don't throw sauce in all their pizzas. They have those kind of like starter pizzas. I feel like you'll
They're
see spinach
crazy
on
over
stuff
there.
like that, where it's like olive oil and spinach and like.
So I mean, in the veggie pizza world, I think it's pretty standard. So I don't think it's awful. I would say like B for me. If I'm getting a vegetarian pizza, it's probably on there. It kind of absorbs some of the greasiness. I think it
I
plays.
voted C tier
part.
because like I don't dislike spinach. I'll eat it if it's on a pizza, but I don't think I'd ever voluntarily like pick it as one of the ingredients.
Yeah, that's right. The texture is kind of weird. Like as a salad, spinach is great, but when you cook it, it's hard to do well because it gets
Willow
so.
Bard's a vegetarian and they still pull spinach off of pizza, so I think that kind of says a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think it's full dumpster tier though. I feel like maybe C. C would make sense to me.
Looks like it's landing in C. Is that where it landed? I can't see. Is the pull over?
I don't know. Let's see. I think
Yes,
dumpster
it landed on
tier,
C
yeah,
is where it
C.
it was.
Along
Dumpster
with
tier
all
would
I
be
those.
mean,
fine
that's
for
what I
me.
voted.
It always just like wilts. The wiltingness of it is just like
All
I
right.
don't know.
I'm just
Even if you
saying
put it
that
on
we
a-
like. So the next thing we have to do is like we have to make a pizza, like from every tier. So the first we're gonna do
Yeah.
an S tier pizza with hot sauce, ham, mushrooms, parmesan, pepperoni, and pineapple. And then we're gonna have
Sounds pretty
we're gonna
good.
make yeah
Oh,
we're gonna make a
interesting. Okay, yeah.
make a
All right.
C
The
C
D
tier
tier
pizza.
one, I'm kind of dreading though. I mean,
We're voting
Broccoli.
on right now a steak or like sliced beef, any sort of like steak.
I
or
gotta
beef
say S
slices.
tier for this because this is the staple of
Yeah,
a.
so if you're into your Philly cheesesteak,
Yeah, this
is-
would be like
yeah.
Philly meat. It would be like I don't know, yeah, sliced ribeye or something.
if you're in Germany or
Anything
if
that's
you're in
not
Europe, this
anything
is
that's
like
beef that isn't
Döner.
ground is what this is. Not
Yeah.
ground beef. Any other version of beef on a pizza is what we're voting on. Now.
I'd say the most apt one would be like Philly pizza or some sort of like Euro meat or things like that. But
Yeah, like Döner or like Euro kebab meat, kind of like sliced.
yeah, I mean, I'd say it's pretty good. I think having
really
that
good.
level of like sliced beef on a pizza is kind of expensive, so you don't see it as often. But I love
Yeah.
Philly pizzas, so in that way, I will put it as tier.
Yeah, S tier for sure. And I'm getting a Philly pizza over most pizzas. Plus, it's gonna make our S tier pizza that much better. Adding that next to the pineapple and the ham.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's probably some bougier spots that have like sliced ribeye and things, or like tri-tip or wagyu or something. I mean, I just don't see how you can't put nice sliced beef on a pizza and dislike it.
We're gonna try each tier of the pizza, and Mark's hitting the D tier pizza. So it's gonna be anchovies, barbecue, broccoli, and ground beef. That's
The
Mark says.
barbecue
Mark-
with the anchovies is killing it.
Yeah, at least it doesn't have ham mark, because that.
I mean, if you save it and once the restaurant's built, I'll cook it and try.
That's gonna be such a
it'll
disaster
be
repeat.
it'll be the special for that day.
Everything about that is gross.
Oh my
like
God.
barbecue
ABCD.
sauce and broccoli is gross. Barbecue sauce
dude.
and anchovies is gross. The anchovies and ground beef is gross. Like,
Dude, yeah,
none of those
anchovies and
complement each
barbecue
other
sauce
a little
is
bit.
fucking
That's
awesome.
where it falls apart for me. I could have done everything without the barbecue sauce.
So do I have to like make it good? Are you giving me D tiers and I have
No.
to somehow smash it together to make it good?
Nobody, when you're not a
It'd
miracle
be funny
worker.
if I like make this and then like I don't tell my business partner why. I'm just like, hey man, I got this really good idea, and then I try to make a pizza with all these ingredients and see if I can get him to like it.
We'll call it the D tier.
So to,
Right.
a casual observer, if he can be like, oh, actually this isn't so bad, then I succeed.
Yeah, only
For the
broccoli
next
stem,
vote.
too.
It is for sun-dried tomatoes, and this is specifically
Ooh,
sun-dried tomatoes.
yes.
The next vote is for non-sun-dried tomatoes. So if you like your juicy wet tomatoes, that's a different vote. This is for which
Sun-dried.
I don't know. If you like regular tomatoes over sun-dried tomatoes on pizza, I think you're a fucking monster, personally.
I agree
Yeah,
with that.
Crazy,
yeah.
Sun-dried
I think
tomatoes
it's
all
a
day.
good
This is
A
A
tier, honestly. Of
Yeah.
the vegetables on pizza, it's the most flavorful, and
Yeah.
it's already kind of like the fresh tomatoes like put up too much water, and then
Yeah, it's all over your fucking pizza. You're like dripping
kind of
wet.
a gross texture when they get cooked. Since this is already kind of dried out, it crisps up a little bit and has a better texture to it, and it's just way more flavorful because it's like soaked in oil and has like some actual like seasoning to it.
I will say, in general, I'm not a fan of tomatoes on pizza if there's a red sauce, because your red sauce is tomato sauce. So like, I've never got putting like regular tomatoes on a red sauce pizza. It's like, yeah, you just have these like gross, wet, juicy, worst tasting version of this sauce on top of it. But on like a green or a white sauce pizza, that's where tomatoes really shine. And the sun-dried tomatoes have way more flavors. So, like sun-dried tomatoes on a pesto pizza, holy fuck, is that good? Or on like a
Yeah.
Alfredo pizza.
Yeah, shut the front door. Let's go.
Sun-dried with white sauce too. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, sun-drieds and like spinach, I could see those being a good combo. But you're right, like it probably shines most on a non-red sauce pizza.
Yeah, you know, also sun-dried without the spinach.
Oh,
is-
sun-drieds and pesto. Oh man, that would be
Let's go.
fucking bomb.
yeah.
So,
That's fire.
yeah, in
That
the
sounds
vegetable
nice.
realm, it slaps. It slaps pretty good, man. I typically don't put a lot of vegetables on my pizza, but this one would be it.
As far as our tiered pizza, I'd say the A tier pizza would probably be pretty fucking good.
It's a lot of ingredients, but it doesn't seem that terrible. Yeah,
Like they all like kind of match.
it's a lot going on, but
Yeah, like 2 of those are sauces though, so that's not really on top. And I feel like if you do small chunks of garlic, that's kind of like a hidden ingredient. That A tier pizza actually looks like it would slap.
That
with all those
yeah, that A
ingredients
tier pizza is gonna slap, especially when we add the sun-dried tomatoes to that shit right now. Because that one
Yeah,
A tier,
sun-dried
which I
tomatoes
feel
making
like
the
that
A
was good. I
tier.
voted for that.
Ooh. With the chicken too, it pairs well with chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here's regular tomatoes. You sort of already heard what I have to say on this, but I think
Little
regular
too
tomatoes
wet.
are kind of whack. Like, there's very few pizzas that I want regular tomatoes on.
Yeah, they're kind of whack. I agree.
Yeah,
it's like
Yeah, it's just like it's wet on. Like, it just feels weird in your mouth.
they're also always way too fucking big. Like you get like these enormous slices of tomato, which is just like what
Yeah.
happened here?
What pizza would you
That's
put
what-
it on? Maybe like a chicken bacon ranch. with
Margarita.
tomatoes
Margarita
on it?
pizza is, like, the only one that's
margarita,
good.
chicken bacon ranch, like maybe like pesto and
You know what? Margaritas actually don't hate the tomatoes.
Yeah, on margaritas it works. Same with the like clove of garlic.
even
and
like
stuff, I
diced
think.
tomato. When you cook it, it just like falls apart. You know, it's just hard to eat in that way. And then if you put it on after, it's kind of weird. Like there's a pizza place around
Yeah.
here that does that where they put like tomatoes on cold after it's baked, and some people fucking love it. I think it's weird.
That's weird. No, I'm saying
People
C
love
tier.
tomatoes though. S
there's
tier is
nothing-
tied with C tier right
Nothing
now.
wrong with tomatoes. I just don't like them in pizza, really.
I
To
feel
me,
like if
the
you want
tomato
a pizza,
sauce
the
is the
sun-dried
tomatoes in
is the
pizza.
move.
Like if tomato sauce wasn't one of the main ingredients and
Yeah.
it's super delicious, then maybe tomatoes on pizza. But like, I don't know. Tomatoes is never better than the sauce because it has like all the spices and it's like been cooked down and flavored.
Yeah.
But
I voted C tier. I feel like C tier for the full chunk tomato because it's just too wet. It's too like big, too not flavorful. It's like a chunk of like edible water. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I just it's mostly water. So when you cook it, the water falls out, and then it like creates all this excess moisture on the pizza or excess like wetness. It doesn't seem to fit the cooking method very well.
And the wetness is the essence of.
I will say that margarita pizza really like makes me think this can't be D tier though. Like
that's true.
like,
That's why I voted
versions
C.
of-
It still belongs on some pizzas, but it's not D. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, C's doing pretty well. I think C's gonna take it.
I'm surprised how many.
Sorry, I'm getting really hungry, so my level of focus is waning.
Oh, I know.
Really-
I ordered food.
You gotta
here
order
for
yourself the
something.
D. Order yourself, Mark, the D.
Yeah, call the pizza place that's
God,
delivering
no.
to your house and be like,
Yeah,
I
it's
need a D.
But you have to sound like super confident too. Like, hey, you know my. I was like, hey, can I get my usual?
Anchovies, broccoli, barbecue sauce, and ground beef.
All right, this one I added because Mark asked me to. I will say, I don't think I'd ever put artichokes hearts on a pizza as far as like an ingredient I'm ordering. Maybe if there's some like specialty vegetable pizza that has artichoke hearts on it, I'll eat them. But like, artichoke hearts aren't really a pizza topping. For me.
Artichoke hearts are pretty common in pizza restaurants. They're usually on like veggie pizzas or even like Greek pizzas. You know, you could do like onions, feta, calamatas or something, and artichoke hearts. That's relatively common.
I feel like I'm always afraid I'm gonna just choke on an artichoke heart for some reason.
They kind of have like little layers, so they kind of like you can kind of take off the little leaves on it, and so you can get I think that's the best way. You take like the little layers and place them around rather than a chunk, because then they cook better and get crisp up more. But a lot of places just kind of rough chop them and then throw them around. It is kind of susceptible to similar things where it's got a lot of water, so then it can kind of add like some sliminess or something. But I think done right, it's pretty good in the vegetable category.
Like artichokes are some like new agey bullshit pizza topping. Like that shit ain't pizza topping. Like you're trying to put something in the.
Not in my America.
I mean,
I don't hate artichokes, but
I think it does it. It's pretty good in the right context. It's just like there's specific lanes where it works, and it's not very universal. So I put C.
I agree with what you're saying there, that whole sentence, but I would say that like the right context for artichoke hearts is not pizza, and like the right lane.
If artichoke hearts was a person, this is what Papa John would say about him.
He's never been in the pizza category.
Sorry, artichoke hearts, you've just never been to the pizza.
Yeah, maybe it's better on a
Alright.
salad. I could see that for sure.
I like artichoke hearts, so that it made me
like them in like a-
hesitant to vote D, but this is a D tier pizza
I
topping.
like them in like a dip when you do like an
Yeah.
artichoke dip. That
It's
shit's
got some
bomb.
flavor. Some of these other vegetables just are kind of bland, like
C and
black
D
olive or something.
tied, but then S and B, so it'll go in C tier.
Wow, someone put S. Interesting.
Yes, damn.
Out yourselves. Come on,
Yeah.
don't be shy.
All right, so this one's gorgonzola, but Mark was saying this will just count for any
All
crumbled
blue
cheeses.
Oh, like okay,
Like
like,
blue
feta.
cheese.
Feta would be the crumble cheese.
Feta's its own thing. We already voted for it.
Oh right.
Yeah, I would say like just any kind of blue cheese crumbles.
Oh,
Like
blue cheese.
gorgonzola fits in a similar lane. I mean,
This one feels not versatile to me though. This is like a good on a like a what is it, like a buffalo chicken pizza or something? But what
I'm
else?
sorta-
is it on?
I'm sort of on the whoever said previously that like all cheese makes all pizza better. Like I don't know, throw some stinky cheese on my pizza. I'm gonna fucking love that shit. I'll put
Yeah,
it
that's
A tier.
true. Is
I
Toon
don't
still on
think-
board with this cheese though?
I don't think it always works. I don't think blue cheese like you can throw on any pizza and automatically elevates it. But I do think it's pretty good in a lot of contexts. Like pesto and blue cheese would slap. Like
Ooh.
bacon and blue cheese. I mean, it just really
Okay.
turns up the volume on whatever you're doing. And so, particularly adding a second cheese factor to any pizza.
You could put it on your buffalo chicken one. Would probably be pretty good with some blue
With
cheese.
that,
Buffalo chicken, I agree with that for sure. I will say you're right. It's definitely like a loud punch of flavor. Like that one's definitely like cutting through a lot.
Blue cheese is
Yeah, don't be
divisive.
shy, swing for the fences.
Outside
man.
of pizza, I love blue cheese. Blue cheese is one of my favorite types of cheese. So I'm on the blue cheese.
The sauce
Side
is
of liking
crumbly.
it.
Like if you're getting a hot wing, you go blue cheese over ranch.
Yeah.
I personally like the crumbles more so than blue cheese dressing.
I like both. I get blue cheese instead of ranch for dipping pizza as well. Like back when we would do Little Caesars hot and ready's, I would just get like the liquid blue cheese. I just think it's better than ranch.
But yeah,
You're
if you
the one
do it
who's
right,
getting
you can
the-
get like a little browning effect on some of the blue cheese crumbles too. So you kind of get that like toastiness on it too. I think it cooks really well in a pizza platform in that way.
Blue cheese is also one of my like
in the pizza category.
weird burger ingredients that I like blue cheese on a hamburger. I really enjoy.
Oh, blue cheese on like a lamb
yeah.
hamburger. is
Oh,
fucking-
yeah.
Yeah, or blue cheese and mushrooms,
Yeah.
blue cheese, bacon, and mushrooms. That's kind of like a burger approach. You could do like a garlic sauce or something. That could be a really sweet pizza.
Yeah.
B,
okay,
it looks
okay.
like B is where
voted
gorgonzola
B for
slash
this
crumbled
one.
cheese is landing, and I'm fine with that. I put it in A personally, but
Yeah.
B is cool.
I feel like A's got a couple bigger hitters than gorgonzola or combo cheeses. in
That-
general.
Oh, that's cilantro.
This is another market edition
Cilantro.
cilantro. I like cilantro. It's just I wouldn't consider this a
It's
pizza.
a very limited scope within the
Like,
pizza
this is-
category.
a little more new agey, like a little more fusiony. Like people probably weren't cooking with cilantro on pizzas back in the day.
I just
Cilantro is like a
in the,
Mexican dish.
in the modern world of pizza restaurants, cilantro is pretty common in
what's the combos? 'Cause I don't even know, Mark. Like what would you put the cilantro on?
like buffalo chicken pizzas. So you could do like buffalo chicken, green peppers, tomatoes, gorgonzola, cilantro.
I'll let you know what I'm leaning towards D, and if you can convince me otherwise, I won't vote for
Or
it.
like
But
a
that
lot of
didn't do it
times-
for me.
A lot of times people do
Cilantro is nothing I
cilantro on barbecue pizzas, so you kind of have the barbecue.
No,
you
that's
have
another combination I
Brighten that up a little bit, or
don't like.
any sort of like spice.
You tried to convince me that
I would,
some sort
I
of
would put that
Mexican
on like the
pizza, but throwing
taco.
it in
Yeah, on like the
barbecue
taco
sauce and
pizza
hot
or
sauce
whatever.
is
Like
hot
Yeah,
when I
typically
do
ones that have spice on it and things that don't are non-red sauce. It's not an uncommon topping with buffalo or barbecue, particularly. But
Those sound horrible to me. Like
Paul,
I
what
like
do you think? What do
cilantro,
you
and those are
think?
the two last sauces I would mix cilantro in, with buffalo
That's a
and
pizza
barbecue.
topping. I feel like
no,
it's
it does
very,
like an
like
herbal topping at the end. Yeah, it's not like mixing
Yeah.
the sauce. You add it as like a little light dusting on the top at the end, and so it
yeah,
gives you a
depends
little
on the
bit of that
pizza.
kind of fresh acidity kind of thing to balance it out. I in all the places that I've worked, there's at least 1 to 2 pizzas that have cilantro on them.
I feel like it'd be good if you made like a Brazilian meat pizza. You know how they have those like cool Brazilian meats. I feel like if you did like that on a pizza and threw some cilantro.
Yeah, or
in
like
it,
if you do like a creamy white sauce or something with like these steaks or these heavier meats, it kind of brightens it up, you know.
what did you think, Paul? It doesn't feel like
Yeah,
right to me.
I don't. I think it's like for me, it's a B because it doesn't like. It is
A
a thing
B.
that doesn't go with everything. I know that some people are gonna say it tastes like soap. I mean, they're wrong. So I can say
that's
that,
a good question. Does anybody in the audience think it tastes like soap or whatever? 'Cause,
It's a
like,
genetic thing too. There's just like a genetic marker.
that would just
that makes
suck.
it
The
taste
cilantro
better.
is great. Like imagine if like every time you went to Chipotle, that shit tasted like soap.
Yeah, like a lot of pulled pork pizzas do cilantro. It's not uncommon, like pulled pork, pineapple, and like cilantro. Those are
Oh,
Pretty
we get to add it to
classic
Mark's anchovy pizza.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel like it fits well with the ground beef because it's like a taco adjacent ingredient. Just
Yeah,
like the
it's
ground beef.
gross. I don't know. I just put it on there because I know it's a common ingredient in my experience. But maybe I have no pizza experience.
In my
This
experience.
is bruschetta,
Pizza
right?
in my experience
Or
with the pizza
prosciutto?
category.
I didn't say that shit.
What is this one?
Is this bruschetta? What? I don't know how the
Oh,
fuck
yeah,
it is.
Oh, prosciutto.
Prosciutto. There we go. You said it right. How do you
that
spell
like
that?
that?
Prosciutto.
Here, I
have to Google it so I can fucking.
you know what's funny is when I first worked at Zeke's, there was a new guy, and I convinced him that the prosciutto was pronounced prosciutto. And I just told every time he worked, I told everyone else who worked around him to call it prosciutto, so that he saw other people say it that way, so he thought it was normal. And we did that for like 3 or 4 days, and then switched back, and then he got really confused.
I was definitely saying this. I was saying bruschetta, like bruschetta with a P. I got close. I got close enough that Mark knew what I was trying to say.
These are just like thin cured meats. Like there's like salami, but there's also like prosciutto or like sopressata and things like that. Just like the really thin, like charcuterie board kind of.
These are like
high-end
fancier
cured meats,
fancier
Yeah.
pepperoni.
cured meats.
This
So-
would go with like this and some nice good like a nice cheese like a goat cheese on a pizza.
Yeah,
You're
Ooh,
getting
I love
fancy
goat cheese
there.
on a pizza.
Yeah, it's definitely like a fancy topping. Prosciutto.
yeah, it's
Yeah, I was gonna
fancy.
say-
A lot of people do that, like because it's thin, so it crisps up really nice, like the pepperoni with the cups and
Mhm.
stuff. And a lot of times people do it like on sauces pizzas, or they'll do like portobellas and.
You mean sandwiches, Mark?
well,
Sauceless
it's true,
pizza.
that's-
I'm
That's
putting
a-
it
that's a
B tier.
fucking
I don't know.
sandwich.
This just doesn't seem very pizza to me. I like prosciutto, but it's just like I don't know how often are you gonna order this on your pizza? Like even though I'd rather like prosciutto to me is something you have with like a cheese and cracker spread more so than on pizza. Personally, like it's a nice.
It
like,
is in the more bougier pieces of the
Yeah.
pizza business, you know. That's like the really nice, like fancy wood fireplaces. They'll do, you know, mushrooms and prosciutto and like, you know, blue cheese,
Like arugula or some shit. Like we got
arugula,
some like yeah.
arugula.
I don't know. It's
Or
definitely
arugula.
good when it's done on those like artisan pizzas, but I'm not ordering it often myself either.
I think
so
it's
I
pretty
can't say
good.
that.
It's a kind of a specific lane, but I would put it at B. I mean, prosciutto is really fucking good, and it cooks really well in a pizza oven because it's so thin and crispy. So it's not perfect everywhere, but it's a good topping. I would say there's a lot of pre-built menu items that include prosciutto, and that's where I would experience it. I wouldn't be like, yeah, throw the prosciutto.
I like
on.
prosciutto on like even though it's already cooked, I like taking like cured meats and kind of like frying them and throwing them on breakfast sandwiches, and that's like what I would do with prosciutto.
Yeah.
How do we decide now? Because A and B tied, and then S and D also had votes.
Wow.
Maybe.
I think we go with.
Is there anyone that was a tie?
So it's either gonna be B or A, right? Because S or D didn't win. So let's just roll a dice.
Do a marble race.
Let's do a spinner wheel.
Let them roll, baby.
A or B, right?
Yeah.
RNG will decide is this A or B.
Oh, it's A tier.
A.
Damn. I was hoping for B secretly. It's too bougie, like up its own ass.
I put it in B tier.
I don't know.
Tier personally.
Bougie coming from Max, who thinks everyone in the world owns a waffle iron.
Max
Oh,
thinks
Excuse me.
the bougiest thing that Max has ever eaten is a Lick-a-Stick Fun Dip. That's the exotic candy of
It's
Max's choice.
exotic candy. I'm sorry you guys have never gotten Fun Dip because it's so exotic. In your Halloween candy bags, of course. Not just never ever. Ranch is S tier, no question. I'm dunking my crust into ranch dressing.
Yeah,
now.
I just don't know how you don't eat ranch with pizza.
This is
There's like a
where
very
I think
small
I'm gonna
percentage-
get roasted. I think ranch kind of sucks. Like I stopped eating ranch on my pizza. I think it's just too much. Like pizza's already so heavy. Like there's so much grease and fat. And, like adding more of it on top, like ranch is just too much for me. I can't eat it with pizza. I used to though, so I get the appeal. Like I used to love ranch with my or blue cheese ranch with my hot and ready's, but like that shit's just too heavy for me now.
I don't know. I mean, ranch can make any pizza really good. Like you could have the shittiest pizza on the planet, and hot sauce and ranch will make it very, very good.
I agree with that.
yeah.
That I
So,
can't disagree with.
I just think it's too.
I guess that's where I'm at. Though.
Always
Like,
have ranch with pizza.
I'll put
the
this with hot
counterpart
sauce
to the
where
hot
it's like it's necessary for shitty pizza, but if you have really good pizza, you don't need it. Like
That's true. That's true. Lance makes a good point too. That you know, like if you got the crust, you just got some bread. It's the best way to finish off your crust there.
I will say I don't like it like as a topping. Like I don't like it. Like I like it after the pizza's cooked, but if you're making like a bacon chicken ranch pizza, like I don't want ranch dumped into my sauce. Like that's too much.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree on that.
Just
You know
a
what's
drizzle.
interesting is like red sauce pizzas, I want to dip in white sauce, and white sauce pizzas, I want to dip in red sauce. So if I have a white
Nice.
sauce pizza, I get marinara on the side. If I have a red sauce pizza, I get like ranch on the side.
I think I'm just
mix
fucking-
color, or you
I
got.
think I'm just outvoted here.
You
I'm
gotta
saying S
cross
tier.
colors. Yeah, that's a good observation.
Dude, that French onion soup idea is actually really fascinating. I'm really kind of curious if I can make like a caramelized onion base that
Yeah.
can be like a sauce. It actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah, dude, you can name it after me, pay me royalties.
What should I call it? Like, what do I?
Paul Onion Pizza Soup. No, something better.
No, maybe
better,
the second thing we think of.
I really
yeah,
want
let's
to do
keep
like roll it back.
Cut
All
that.
right, we
You
have
guys
our
cut
last
that.
ingredient
We'll
of
edit
the
that
day.
out.
Our last ingredient of the day is salami.
Salami. This feels like pepperoni to me, so I would have to say A tier. Right?
Yeah, Mark. Okay,
Yeah.
Mark, it's quiz time. Mark, it's quiz time. What's the difference between salami and pepperoni? All right.
Oh man, I think they're both aged. I think it's just kind of
You think or Pizza
they're
Boy?
both like ground pork and they're aged. I think pepperoni's typically more spicy in the way that it's seasoned, whereas salami is not. It maybe is aged longer, but I'm not sure. I just know that salami's or pepperoni's more spicy. I really couldn't.
misled us again.
Well, Paul, what is the actual difference?
Yeah, he's not too far from the truth. The taste of pepperoni is usually spicier than salami, which in some cases can be almost spiceless. It has similarities to the spicy salamis of the southern part of Italy. It is also slightly smoky, where salami doesn't always come in a smoked version. Pepperoni has a fine-grained texture that's softer than salami.
Okay, yeah, the size is typically different too. I mean,
think we'll give the
I
point to
would say
Mark.
do both. Honestly, I do both. I do
personally
salami
think
and
pepperoni
bread.
kicks the shit out of salami. That's why.
Yeah, I think
pepperoni
sometimes
is
salami's like so.
the ingredient you see
like-
on pizzas more often.
It does have the same issue as Canadian bacon, where it's too big sometimes, and then you kind of pull it. But I honestly think they go hand in hand. You do salami and pepperoni, so you get both.
For me, salami's all right. It's no S tier. I put it in B tier.
It's S tier for me.
This is a solid meat, but this isn't something I'm ordering. How often do you order
it's like-
salamis on your pizza?
yeah.
Max?
Yeah, I wouldn't say
always.
this, but
I
I
just-
would
it's-
Always?
above it. But it's
Always.
Oh,
I just
take
order
that one back. I
pepperoni.
live with you. You haven't had a salami on your pizza.
I order
Like,
pepperoni pizza, and that's fucking
This
half
is
the time
this
it's
is the
salami.
whole jalapeno thing again. And
a pepperoni pizza isn't salami. It's a separate fucking
Yeah,
category. We already voted on it,
basically.
Max. You can't be like, I order pepperoni pizzas every time, so I always order salami. What a
time.
crazy argument.
That's basically salami. So I'm
No.
S tier.
But you
It's
had never
hand in
actually
hand
ordered
pepperoni.
salami. That's the whole
I've
fucking
never
point.
met.
Like,
It's the
That's
same
because
thing.
they don't have it as an option. Where the fuck am I getting the option?
yeah,
for
because nobody
salami
wants on their
pizza?
fucking pizza. It's not a S tier
Because
thing
they
or a
just call it
pizza restaurant.
pepperoni. They're putting salami on my pizza. They're just calling it pepperoni because they're fucking
No,
too,
they're
like.
not. Like,
No,
That's
we
definitely
just
not-
told you the
salami and
difference.
calls it pepperoni. That just seems like blatant
That's
misdirection.
100%.
it
what's
ended up B
happening.
tier. That's where it should be. Okay.
You tear my balls.
All
dude.
is right in the
Yeah.
world.
I think it's good. It's good to have in the mix. I don't think it's like S tier, but it's good to
It's
have in the
S
mix.
tier. If pepperoni's S tier, then salami's S tier. That's kind of like.
Not,
I
They're
think
the
the
same
spice is what really takes pepperoni above it. It's the spiciness.
Okay, well.
I like pepperoni better. Like, if the two are sitting in the fridge and I can just eat a slice of one, pepperoni's so much better every time. Like, pepperoni's just better than salami.
I would way rather eat salami over pepperoni you just break out of the fridge.
Nah.
Yeah.
It has less
dude.
flavor. Like
Pepperoni's
pepperoni's
more
just
like
peppered
Greasy.
salami.
Pepperoni's just like cold pepperoni's like slimy and softer than like regular salami. It's just
I love like a beef stick of pepperoni, or even like the pepperoni slices that you can get from Hormel in the pouches. Like, I like that better than salami personally. All right, we're gonna really quickly, before we do our finals here, we're going to re-vote on Ham, since Ham was kind of just voted into S tier to troll Mark. You can troll him again if you want to double troll Mark. Go for it, but I'm just gonna say
Wow,
one
Mark,
more time:
Mark's-
Canadian bacon ham. Do we really think it's S tier, or was that just a troll Mark? Let's find out.
I'm just gonna say that Mark sent a private message to Lewis crying about like a revote, just bawling. That's why, like, if you saw him like at some point drop out of the chat, he went to just go fucking. Okay, right now he's hiding. Like, there's a big old like in his wall. There's a dent because he punched the wall so fucking hard.
Yeah, it's actually a green screen. It's just
Yeah.
a photo of his
Oh,
background.
Well, I'm doing my laundry, but
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
it's funny is every time we
Good
do this,
cover.
Max has one thing that he gets really hung up on, and then he bitches about it the entire time until the end, until we re-vote on it. So typically, Max is the one who whines about a re-vote.
I hear, but I was cool with
my
him in-
lumps. I
in
think
S
keep
tier.
talking about Canadian bacon after Canadian bacon was no longer in the discussion. You always try to tie it back to the one that you didn't like when we're talking about other things. So
That
I'm
is
saying
true.
I'm more humble.
When
about
people fuck up so hard that fucking
Surprise, Max
almond
didn't bring
ends
up
up-
almond joy today.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to just now.
The other day we were at, I think, where were we? We were at like a World Market, and Max is like, "Oh, these are like almond joys, just without the
Bounty.
almonds." I
Yeah,
was like,
it's
"No."
just pure joy. It's just pure joy.
Is that what
no
a mound
almond.
is? Isn't a mound just an almond joy without?
No, mounds are dark chocolate. This bounty is
Well,
like,
And it doesn't have a nut, right?
Drum roll,
Sometimes you
please.
feel like a nut, sometimes you don't, right? So I
Yeah,
thought
I
Mounds
mean-
didn't have the nut.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. I mean, they don't have a nut, but they're dark chocolate. Where
That's
if
true. It
you
is
want-
dark chocolate instead of milk chocolate.
So you're changing the chocolate and the nut, whereas the bounty is just removing the nut.
Looks like S tier is winning again. It wasn't even a troll, Mark. People just like.
I mean, I'm not
Oh my
surprised.
God.
I disagree, but I'm not surprised. You know, I just don't get it. City folk just don't get it. I don't get ham and Canadian bacon on pizza. It's not tasty. It's bland as shit. It doesn't crisp up. It doesn't cook well. It's kind of slimy. It pulls half of your pizza every time you bite into it. It only exists because of Hawaiian pizza. Who the fuck puts Canadian bacon on anything that's not Hawaiian pizza? And then Hawaiian pizza sucks too. So I don't understand it, but I respect the will of the people.
I agree with you on everything except that Hawaiian pizza sucks. I like Hawaiian pizza, and I'm still not putting fucking ham on it.
Ham got S tier.
It's just
Is that
okay.
where
I
we're at?
get the pineapple thing. It's just the sweet on sweet every time.
All right, that
You
concludes
got
our pizza thing. We got some off the rail videos, and then we're gonna call this a stream because everybody's hungry and wants
I'm
to do
getting
stuff. But
hungry.
let's watch a couple of these off the rails and then call it. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I think Thursday is gonna be a permanent day for this show, so hopefully Paul can keep joining us because Paul is funnier than we are.
That's true. That's true.
Paul is
We
just
should do
better
the
on
we should
camera.
do the
That's really
battle
good.
again too at one point where each of us argues for a specific thing. I always like doing that too.
Can someone
one's
ban
fun.
Homeland's Productions from his bullshit?
I'd also like to do some.
What's someone saying?
I'd like to do some more of our brackets too, where it's like, because for brackets we could have done like marinara versus pesto versus Alfredo, so we had like a sauce bracket, and then like that moves
yes.
up. and then
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like,
that's true. Because like you can compare the two. Yeah.
Yeah, that way you can shit on the ones that people are wrong about.
I think that'll work well though for like if we do Halloween candy again, because then we can have like, okay, here's all the chocolate peanut butter candies, here's all like the gummy candies, and then when they're all in their own categories, then they can compete like what's the best gummy versus what's the best chocolate and that sort of thing. So I do want to like look into doing more of that as well in the future. Those just take forever because like you do 2-minute votes and then you have to do the second tier, another round of 2-minute votes, and it exponentially increases the time. But let's check this out. This Mark sent to me. It's called 90s Condom Commercial.
Hi, I'm Ken Butterscotch, and I used to be worried about going out. But now, I feel confident and safe, because I'm wearing a condom.
Skycorp condoms provide extra strength, so there's absolutely no
Is this made by fucking... That sounds like the shit from Terminator. Was that Skynet? Like, are they making condoms now?
Yeah.
Are these fucking...
I
Are these
think this
condoms
is a
gonna take
bit.
over?
I'm not sure. I can't tell.
I'm traveling.
Like,
I've traveled back in time to the year 1992 to kill this kid that I raw dogging one time.
This
That
is
wasn't
definitely a
wearing a
joke. It
condom.
says-
Now I wear a condom all the time.
Do you see what that says? It says ultra rough inside and out, 10 sandpaper condoms. Like, there's no
yeah,
way
so this is a bit.
leakage. Now you can go about your day
Yeah.
feeling fully protected.
Whew, lovely weather we're having.
Oh, I know. It's great, isn't it?
Sure is. I just came.
Pick up a pack
That's
of Skycorp
definitely a bit.
condoms today and go fuck yourself. Now available in sandpaper.
There it is.
All right, there it is.
Skycorp.
All right, I really got to run though, but that was a good pizza.
Where you
rant.
going?
I got to go to the restaurant. We're building some tables again.
He's
We're-
gonna cook the D tier pizza immediately.
Yeah, dude. You fucking.
yeah, but save the screenshot. I'll see if maybe I can try a way to gussy up some of these into a real pizza when I have the ability to.
Binging with Babish style.
This was
Just make it
removed from
palatable.
this Reddit.
All right, well,
So that's
later,
how he knows
y'all.
whether it's spicy. Later,
Later,
Mark. It says, chug the bottle of Patron.
Who you have, player? Joe Breezy. I can do this. It's nothing. It's just chug. You just suck it up and you just do it. You pound it. Jay Espinoza right here. We got Juicy Justin on standby, flirt with the fireman. Do me a favor, zoom in on the seal just so we know that everything's real. There's no haters. Turn it around slowly. Brand new bottle. It's all sealed.
It's gonna,
Is the food here, Max?
yes, the food just got here. That's what Marcy buy. We had to break our way here and eat this too. Right after we watched this guy chug his bottle.
Oh fuck. There's
He's
also
so,
there's that.
he's so confident. He's so confident.
We've also seen that YouTube guy. What's his name? Who would do this but no reaction.
He's like a quarter of the way through it.
I will say, it says this is fake.
He does a really good job of vomiting then.
The tag on it is fake / scripted.
Oh yeah.
And then it was also removed from the subreddit. So,
All right. Well, I didn't realize it was they faked me out.
What's that guy's name? Badland Chugs. We all know who that guy is, right?
I don't know who that is.
Man chugs. Yeah, and then there's the other guy who like drinks alcohol, like, and it's just like looks just like he's fucking poisoning himself all the time.
I think you're talking about isn't the guy who chugs like enormous amounts of soda out of like absurd
that guy.
Like we've seen him chug like Mountain Dew out of like a Thor hammer or some shit.
The huge black dude that chugs like boots full of Mountain Dew.
And that's all his channel.
We're a fan of that guy. That guy, fan of him on the channel. We've seen his stuff. I have not seen this guy.
There's a guy who does alcohol, and it's just he's like an old YouTuber too.
I remember there's a channel of a guy who just used to drink 40s. Like I remember that when I was on YouTube. There's like a guy he'll like buy like a crate of 40s and just drink like 3 of them over like 2 hours on camera and just rant. I remember that used to be a weird lane of YouTube that I would tune into every once in a while. All right, let's check this out. This is called Close Call, and it says humans being bros. Is this like an animal subreddit? I don't know.
Humans being bros is just about people who are bros, dude. People who are homies. Doing homie things. I think it's all rainstorming, so he's going to bring the doggo inside. But I don't think it's his dog the way that he approached it.
That dog looks super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, the guy's name is Shoe Nice.
Oh, I know Shoe Nice.
Yeah, that guy's fucking gnarly. He's like old YouTube and like just.
Yeah, that guy's like old YouTube. He eats really gross.
The sidewalk collapsed right as he walked off of it.
I missed that.
That's crazy.
He's not even phased too. Like it cracked while he's standing on it. And he's
He doesn't even notice, dude. He's just like that dog's guardian angel.
Yeah, Shoe Nice eats that weird like. We like at one point I brought up there's like that weird Swedish fish that smells super bad and tastes super bad, and Shoe Nice just like downs that shit no problem. I saw that on the H3 podcast.
Oh, is that the guy who doesn't react to anything?
This is what could go wrong by not paying attention to a huge pole in the middle of the sea.
Oh,
I'm gonna watch the bottom cam. I'm only watching the top, so cam on the inside.
Yeah,
holy shit! I didn't see those people flying around.
Fucking flying.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Playing that back one more time. So the outside of the boat, I was like, that doesn't look like nothing happened. It looked like they just kind of bounced off it. But the inside of the boat, holy shit, those people go flying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the camera like falls off the wall. Jeez, that audio.
Yeah. There was that one boat too where like it's like a cruise and then you see people sliding all over the place. Like there's like a year or two ago.
Oh yeah, where like the gyro stabilization like fails and then they're just kind of like getting wafted around. Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's pounding on my car with the pipe. He was driving very aggressively towards his other car, trying to run him off the road. When the other car was going towards the exit.
Fuck! You're just smacking people's cars with a crowbar on the freeway?
Look at Prius drivers, dude.
That's
the guy notices that I'm recording. Next thing you know, he's pounding on my car with the pipe. He was driving very aggressively towards his other car, trying to run him off the road.
I know that shit happens like in San Francisco. People jump out of their car, break your window, and steal your shit in the middle of traffic in San Francisco, but I've never seen that happening in LA. That's crazy. It's also crazy what happens in San Francisco, to be honest. Those videos, like I saw that in the Mark Rober makes like the glitter bomb videos, and in the glitter bomb video, he like showed footage of like how they steal shit in San Francisco, and they will fucking break into your car while you're driving it and steal your luggage out of it. It's crazy. This is called No Way. It's a water slide. Oh, okay. So for those there's a water slide, and there's a bunch of people stuck in the water slide. Somebody goes through, and they like shoot up like luge style on the side of the wall, and they just dodge all of the people that are stuck in the slide, and they just go through magically. It's pretty satisfying. Has 2 people there, and the third person, and here's the person like somebody should have gotten kicked in the face. Yeah, it's a good move. All right. There's another one from Max. This one's called "There is an attempt to show how strong you are." Let's see. Are you talking to us, Max? Because you're muted. I can't tell.
I'm saying, yeah, this one's fine.
All right, so this guy's got an egg on his bicep, and he's trying to flex to break the egg, and it looks like he's successful here.
I'm built different.
That woman's doing it.
Like super scrawny arm woman.
And she has super skinny arms. She's doing the same thing making fun of that guy because it is not hard to crack an egg on your arm, and that is true.
She also says I'm built different afterwards. At the end of this clip, she's like, I'm built different.
I'm built different.
It's a fun soundbite. I gotta break away here too and eat this food, but
word.
We got gonna get cold.
2 more off the rails videos, then I'll end this.
Nice.
But later, we'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing game day.
Can't believe how much you all hated anchovies, but I'll be over it. See you guys tomorrow.
Holy crap! What is this?
Oh yeah, dude, this guy, fucking hell, dude. This guy's
gotta be styrofoam, right? There's no way you could lift all that otherwise.
He's dope. He's a king. All right, see ya, guys.
That's got to be styrofoam, right? Though, otherwise that'd be so heavy. Like even if that was just paper, that would be really heavy. But what are they doing that they're just like shipping styrofoam? I guess styrofoam has to come from somewhere, right? Oh, I skipped this one. This is our last video. This one was pulled by myself. It's featured on Your Mom's House podcast this week. It's called How to Fix a Neck in Ohio. Uh-oh. Did not mean to click that. This is like those chiropractor videos, but this doesn't seem like it's helping. Check this shit out. The sound it makes is like a gun firing. It goes, it's crazy, dude. You don't want that sound when somebody's hitting your neck. Is that the real sound, or is that a soundbite? That sounds insane. It also says how to fix a neck in Ohio, or a neck hump in Ohio, and this does not look like it's in Ohio. I don't think they're even speaking English. I don't think this is in America. But yeah, if you want to fix your neck, maybe do that, maybe don't. This is not a health advice, but I don't know. Chiropractors sometimes seem like a quack science in general. Like I feel like you're more likely to like permanently hurt yourself doing something like this than you are to fix whatever problem you have. But what do I know? I'm not a doctor. But that was our final off the rails video. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Thanks for joining us. It was a blast. There's no Super Blend tomorrow. Tomorrow we're just doing a game day. So 2 days a week we're trying to do kind of like podcasts and entertainment that's video on demand. So if you miss it, hopefully you can rewatch it and it's still entertaining. And that's also why we're not doing as much marbles. But because on like Tech Tuesday now is Blockchain Boulevard, and then Thursday is just the Neon Space podcast, which is like food fights and off the rails videos and fun stuff. So we're trying to make kind of like on-demand content that you consume after the fact. So if you're not here live, it's hopefully still entertaining and not just like 3 hours of giveaways, which is not very fun to watch when you're not entering the giveaways. But because we're doing that as our new structure, 1 day a week is just like a giveaway fun community day. So Friday, we will not be re-uploading it. It will not be on video on demand necessarily, but that's when we'll be giving away stuff and like having fun and maybe playing Fall Guys and doing like our super blends and our community giveaway stuff. So that'll be tomorrow. And I guess also in general, if you miss our streams, hopefully you enjoy rewatching them and the video on demand actually works. I still haven't figured it out, but we're gonna start uploading them to Spotify and like Apple Podcast stuff as well. So I have to figure that out, but we're trying to make like a more of a legitimate podcast and less of just like a live stream giveaway thing. But yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody. And if you haven't noticed, we're only streaming 3 days a week for right now. Mark's really busy opening the restaurant, and I've started to take on-set sound work again. I'm working on film sets again, so we're doing other stuff outside, so we can't be streaming 5 days a week all the time anymore. We're just not available enough. And it's not necessarily that we don't like streaming or we've lost interest. It's just out of necessity. Can't have like 3 hours 5 days a week that we're streaming if we have to work other jobs. And I'm sure you all are aware that crypto market is not as lucrative as it once was. So like we're not making enough money to pay ourselves to be streaming full time. So we got to go do other stuff. But rather than just shut it down and stop altogether, we're figuring out how to supplement our income elsewhere so we can continue to do Neon Space, because Neon Space is fun for us and we're not going to stop doing it. But it is kind of a bummer to not stream as much. And who knows, one day if we start making more money, we might be able to start streaming 5 days a week again. It just, like it's too much of a time commitment for something that is not your job. It's like 5 days a week streaming 3 hours a time. That's 15 hours a week. That's a part-time job, just like doing nothing but streaming, which we enjoy, but again, like gotta pay rent. So I'm going to raid into So Sneakery. Looks like he's doing marbles on stream, so you should have some chance to win NFTs. But again, hit us up tomorrow or in Discord today. I'll be around. I'll be playing games. I'm playing Realm a lot right now. We pretty much just got wiped out of our planet. Although they just announced open alpha for our planet is coming soon, and there's alliances of 50 players. So we're trying to decide if we should continue the Neon Alliance or branch into something else. But yeah, if you're into that, I guess hit us up in Discord. But otherwise, see you tomorrow. Hope you guys have fun with So Sneakery. It's been a fun stream. This is my favorite stream of the week. I love the fucking off the rails and the food fights. Like, this is my jam. And I can't wait to do it again next week. But we'll see y'all tomorrow. Have fun watching So Sneakery. And peace out. And the broadcast is over.